Tonight on Morse World TV, this is going to be an event like never before. Tonight on Morse World TV, this is going to be an event like never before. Trust me when I tell you. First of all, let's address the concept that it's supposed to be this fight match, boxing match, MMA type match. Number one, I never talked to, I never confirmed, I never had one conversation to establish a date, a place, or anything concerning a match. What I did say, and everybody who's watching know I said this. I said, call me privately.
You gotta talk.
Brother, you can have my number anytime. Let me explain something to you. Prince Najee, this will be the deal. I'll bring my squad, he'll bring his squad. We'll go into a room, we'll shut the door, and whoever walk out, walk out.
That sounds good to me.
That's the only deal I would do.
It's called catch a fade. Sound good to me.
Yeah, that's the only deal I would do. And I'm not going to do this with 150 people because I got work to do. But since Prince Najee, he will be the representative. So don't give me no more offers. He will be the representative.
That sounds good.
He bring his people, I bring my people. We go into a door, we shut the door, and whoever walk out, walk out. It don't have to be on social media. No social media, no cameras, no nothing. Whoever walk out, walk out. It don't have to be on social media. No social media, no cameras, no nothing. Whoever walk out, walk out. It don't have to be on social media. No social media, no cameras, no nothing. Whoever walk out, walk out. It don't have to be on social media. No social media, no cameras, no nothing. Whoever walk out, walk out. Although Malik Zulu Shabazz didn't answer the phone when I called him live, as soon as the show was over, this is what he posted. I said, no social media. I said, you get your people, I get my people, we meet, go into a room, and whoever walk out, walk out. Immediately after that, this provocateur agent goes and posts that there is a fight between me and the guy, Najee. A flat out lie. This goes to show that this guy is a trained provocateur, because everything about the post had nothing to do with me, and it was very strategically worded. The next day, he puts out a flyer. This fake flyer was prepared better than some of the real events that the new Black Panther Party have hosted. To reel people in, to draw people in to this fictitious fight. Again, I said, call me privately. Playing, man. Stop playing. I don't believe like them old boys that we're going to just have intellectual conversation. If you want to get dirty, we can get dirty. But don't set me up. But don't set me up. But don't set me up. Like Big Shirley them trying to do with the YouTube. Don't set me up. Because if you want to get dirty, we can get dirty. You got my number. In fact, let's do it here. You want to be fresh for YouTube? You want to be fresh for YouTube? Let's do fresh for YouTube. That's what you want to do. That's what you want to do. You like to play the camera. Let's do fresh for YouTube. Let's do fresh for YouTube. Here we go. Let's do fresh for YouTube. Let's play the YouTube game. Let's play the YouTube game. You want to play the YouTube game? Here we go.
Greetings. You have reached Mr. Malik Shabazz. At the sound of the tone, please leave a message and I shall follow up with you promptly. Thank you.
Let me explain.
The mailbox is full and cannot accept any messages at this time. Goodbye.
Well, since you watch it anyway, let me explain something to you. You can meet me anytime, anywhere, whenever you get ready. Just hit my line. Don't post and ask me. Don't send me a message on Messenger. Just don't post and ask me. Don't send me a message on Messenger. Don't post and ask me. Don't send me a message on Messenger. Hit my line. That's all you got to do. That's all you got to do. Just hit my line. That's all you got to do. How you going to be an attorney, but your the phone goes straight? Why I said call me privately, because I know that you want to show. You want to just have a social media show. You really don't want to fight. If I would accept this circus of a fight, you would find a way to back out. But I would not accept the circus of a fight. I'm a grand sheikh and a Muslim. I'm an intelligent God, not a fool. We've seen this all before. We've seen this all before when the organization US, orchestrated by the FBI, was supposed to meet the original Black Panthers. And the agreement was to bring no guns, and the organized US group bought the guns, and that's how Bunchy got killed. See, we see you devils from yesterday, and you won't be able to do that today. You run a social media campaign to influence, and so we will also run a social media campaign to awaken our people to go against this mess. All the true revolutionaries around you should be turning in towards you and asking you, what in the world is wrong with you? All the true revolutionaries that are of greater intelligence should question you every step of the way, because this last stunt proves exactly what I've been saying. We about to get busy on this show tonight. Take time, get yourself some popcorn, get all your refreshments, because this is going to be 3 hours of hard hitting, exposing these frauds. Brother Najee, you did it to yourself.
Yeah, I'm the manifest. Check 1, 2. Sean, we got one. We got one. Yeah. Crypto, yeah. We got one. Yeah. Maymuna, we got one. Candy, we got one. Abu X. I'm the manifest of God. The manifest of God. Hit me privately, let's see who really hard. I'm the manifest of God. Ain't worried about you frauds. Gone. Hit me privately, let's see who really hard. I'm the manifest of God. The manifest of God. Let's see who really hard. Ain't worried about you frauds. I'm the manifest of God. The manifest of God. Ain't worried about you frauds. Hit me privately, let's see who really hard. Ain't worried about you frauds. Boy, I'm a gorilla, Viet Cong, guerrilla warfare. Don't make me turn killer. You acting like my knife don't shank, my gun don't bust. Hit me quietly, we can do the fist to cup. Show up, I'm really about that stick life, but I'm trying to keep it peace to bring my people to the light. You all washed up beer belly has-beens be tripping. Internet disrespect, making threats, you slipping. Now you said it, how you think I'm gonna respond? With a song and a live stream? Homie, you wrong. You done showed that John too many times and they ain't use it. And I ain't really sure who you got me confused with. I'm the manifest of God. The manifest of God. Ain't worried about you frauds. Let's see who really hard. I'm the manifest of God. Ain't worried about your frauds. Holla at me privately. Come on, let's see who really hard. I'm the manifest of God. The manifest of God. Hit me privately. Let's see who really hard. I'm the manifest of God. The manifest of God. Hit me privately, let's see who really hard. I'm the manifest.
Today will not be a reality to you if man did not calculate it or evaluate it or write it down. It wouldn't mean nothing to you.
So special.
It wouldn't mean nothing to you. The power of the mind is God mind. Connected to the force. The universal force is nature, the creator. You must be in balance with the universal force. This is the only way this works.
The manifest of God, the manifest of God. Hit me privately, let's see who really hard. I'm the manifest of God, ain't worried about you fraud. Gone, hit me privately, let's see who really hard. I'm the manifest of God, the manifest of God. Let's see who really hard, ain't worried about you frauds. I'm the manifest of God, the manifest of God. Ain't worried about you frauds, hit me privately, let's see who really hard. Ain't worried about you frauds, boy, I'm a gorilla, Viet Cong, guerrilla warfare. Don't make me turn killer, you acting like my knife don't shank, my gun don't bust. Hit me quietly, we can do the fist to cup. Show up, I'm really about that stick life, but I'm trying to keep it peace to bring my people to the light. You all washed up beer belly has-beens be tripping. Internet disrespect, making threats, you slipping. Now you said it how you think I'm gonna respond. With a song and a live stream, homie, you wrong. You done showed that John too many times and they ain't used it. And I ain't really sure who you got me confused with. I'm the manifest of God, the manifest of God. Ain't worried about you frauds, let's see who really hard. I'm the manifest of God, ain't worried about your frauds. Holla at me privately, come on, let's see who really hard. I'm the manifest of God, the manifest of God. Hit me privately, let's see who really hard. I'm the manifest of God, the manifest of God. Hit me privately, let's see who really hard. I'm the manifest. See y'all running y'all mouth. See y'all got children too. See y'all got family too. See y'all got wives too. See can't nobody hide. See ain't nobody safe. I'm the greatest researcher on this YouTube thing. Don't think you're gonna talk slick to me and that's gonna be the end of it. So keep on talking slick. I'm gonna give you one more pass. And after that pass, I'm on your praise the Lord. I be that more you gon' remember. I'ma be that more you gon' remember. I be that more you gon' remember. To Harker Bay front line till the law call my number. I be that more you gon' remember. I'ma be that more you gon' remember, that's right. I be that more you gon' remember. To Harker Bay front line till the law call my number. If you a friend of the Moors, then you a friend of mine. I was told to watch my enemies, now hold my line. Those that speak against the prophet, they speak against me. And I'm speaking about the prophet over Drew Ali, who was the first to remind you and bind you back to Morocco, the mountains, Mississippi, and Quebec. Told you you wasn't black, proved it with straight facts. You tripping off trucks, you need to be tripping off that. Now here we go again, acting like you a slave. Family, see y'all tonight, 9:30. Let's go. I be that more you gon' remember. I'ma be that more you gon' remember. I be that more you gon' remember. To Harker Bay front line till the law call my number. Are y'all ready? I want to make sure that y'all can hear me good. Listen, press 7 if y'all can hear me good. Is all my true revolutionaries in the building? Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? I'm going to make sure that you all hear me pretty good. Huh? All my revolutionaries in the building. This one is for you. I want all my true revolutionaries to understand. All my true revolutionaries, whether you was with Grandmaster Jay and found out later that he wasn't real, whether you was with AJ and found out later that he also wasn't real, whether you've been rocking with Malik Zulu Shabazz for all these years and you overlooked every sign that he wasn't real, no matter who you were with and you found out that he or she wasn't real,
This is the time now for you all to come together. We need real revolutionaries that are going to do what a revolutionary mind does. We need real revolutionaries. We need real militia-minded. We need real gun clubs. We don't need people coming out here faking the funk. So this is the time. This is not anything against the true Black Power community. This is everything against the frauds who have infiltrated the Black Power community. This is about the frauds who have infiltrated the Black Power community, because by default, it infiltrates our entire community. And everybody should be on top of this. Everybody. Everybody with a podcast, everybody with a voice, everybody with a YouTube channel that believes in social consciousness and believe in spiritual consciousness should be on top of this. Everybody should be cleaning house right now. No one should try to be in the safe space, because these devils that look like us, they will come together and they will perpetuate this lie. So all the true revolutionaries that's in the background listening, organize, organize, organize. Because these devils that have been in front of these cameras have been in front of the cameras far too long. They have been in front of these cameras lying. They have been in front of these cameras taking money. They have been in front of these cameras and they haven't built anything. They have been 20 years on CNN. They have been 20 years on MSNBC. They have been 20 years on CBS, NBC, and all the others. But they haven't done nothing. These Europeans have allowed them to use the platform to spew this dissension, to spew this disinformation, to spew this rhetoric that has gotten us nowhere. These same Europeans that they talk about, allow them on their platform to call them dirty Jews. They allow them on their platform to call them crackers. They allow them on their platform to call them all these derogatory names. They have allowed this to happen because there's an agenda. And these people are a part of that agenda. There is no way in the world, if I owned a platform, will I allow you to be on my platform calling me the N-word, calling me a bucket hat, calling me all of these crazy names, unless I've had an agenda to work your agenda in concert with my agenda. These Europeans have allowed this stuff to happen for years because it fits their agenda. The agenda is to keep you emotionally bound. It's to keep you emotionally bound, to get you to react emotionally. So, of course, you call European Jews out of the name. So, of course, you call the police out of their name. So, of course, you call Europeans out of their name. But you haven't moved a meter 1 inch. Little children called names. School children called names as a form of get back. You have grown people marching around still calling Europeans names, and they are not making any progress. None. And our people are so emotionally driven. They are so emotionally driven that as soon as one says Black Power in one voice and cracker in another voice, we believe that they are for us. But what you need to learn today, that has been a part of the plan to keep us disillusioned. That has been the plan. They talk all of this stuff about Europeans, but they allow the European to be the first one to film them. They allow the European to be the first one to interview them. They allow the European the same media that they accuse of giving them an unfair shake. They use the same media It's not by a happenstance. If you are around these leaders today, you should be questioning them today. You are smarter than this. You are far much smarter than this to allow these people to do the same thing for 20 years and you not see through it. My brother Anubis, Amun, he said that Nick Bezel is his friend. But he can't tell me one thing about Nick Bezel. And of course, I agree, Nick Bezel is a charismatic guy and a friendly guy. But that's not enough after Grandmaster Jay pulled the trick that he did. Because he was also a friendly guy. He was also a nice guy. He was also charismatic. In the Holy Quran of the Moorish Science Temple of America, it teaches that old saying that the devil give you apples that's lovely to the sight, but in the inner, they're full of bitterness and gall. No one can fool you. No one can fool you if they don't polish themselves and make themselves sellable or palatable. They have to make themselves shiny. They have to make themselves agreeable. They have to make themselves friendly. They have to make themselves your brother or your sister in order to deceive you. So the wise person should be able to dissect the person that's around them at all costs. If you say you're about your people, the first thing that you should do is check those that are around you. Make them prove themselves to you. Make them prove themselves to you. These shiny apples of a people, they are full of bitterness and gall. Their message is only to deceive. Their mission is only to deceive. Black power has become a catchphrase to deceive. The pig has become a catchphrase to deceive. A cracker is a catchphrase to deceive. And you are on the receiving end. You have older people out there marching like Sister Lightfoot, whose heart is in the right place. Sister Lightfoot heart is in the right place. She want to believe in these frauds. She hope that this is real. But in her heart, she knows better. In her heart, she know that she's supposed to have stood her ground in Mississippi and every other march when she had to walk away. In her heart, she knew it. And in your heart, you know it. In your heart, you know it. That when that European come up, or that big heavy-set brother in the overalls come up, you know you were supposed to stand there off of principle. From principle alone. Not, oh, we was ready to leave anyway. Off of principle alone, you were supposed to stand there. Because that's what your leaders say you represents. No justice, no peace. That's what your leaders say they represent. No justice, no peace. Freedom or death. That's what they say that they represent. And when they go against what they say that they represent, you don't supposed to take them out on a tribunal. You supposed to take them in the middle of the woods and have a talk with them. You supposed to make them nervous. You supposed to make your leader nervous to deceive. You should make your leader fear you, because there is no leader without one who's going to follow. And the leader represents the constituents of those who follow him. Without those to raise them up to sovereign power, there is no leadership. They should fear you. I fear the people I represent with the fear of Almighty God, because I don't want to disappoint them. I don't want to disappoint the people who I lead in the Moorish Science Temple of America or in my community. I fear the thought of disappointment. I fear the thought of disappointment. But these leaders have no fear of those who they lie to straight to their face. They have no fear. They don't have the fear of respect. We're not talking about the fear of cowardness. We're talking about the fear of respect for the people you say you represent. You should fear the people you represent. Not out of a cowardness fear, but the reverence fear, the respectable fear. The fear of the Almighty, the fear of disappointing those who gave you the opportunity to represent them. So, Amun, I hope you listening. And all of you serious revolutionaries, I hope you listening. Because in a few minutes, I'm going to show you something that you all missed along the way. History best qualifies. Shout out to Cryptonomics, Morse World TV, the only YouTuber talking about this stuff, man. Turn up GS, let them know what time it is. Expose them. Listen, if I don't do it, nobody gonna do it. And they have been getting away with this for far too long. I said on the other show, I said the only reason that these people has been getting away with this for so long is because there has never been an opposition to question the legitimacy of it all. They have had a free reign. They have had a free run. They have been traveling free on this road of fake liberation for over 20 years. Nobody ever questioned them that had a voice. Yeah, they had people around them that questioned them, but then they would gang up and silence them. Yeah, they had people that was legitimately wanting to find out what's what, but they will smother them by over-talking them or putting them out or slandering their name, calling the sister whores and calling the brothers gay and calling this and calling that. Trying to kill their confidence, trying to kill their ego. But see, I'm a Moorish American. My ego been gone. You can't call me something and I care. I don't care. You can't call me a rapist and think I care. You can't call me a pedophile and think I care. You cannot call me a child molester, a woman beater. You cannot call me anything and think I care. I'm going to keep pushing on. I'm going to keep mashing the gas. There's nothing you can call me that I care about because you are nobody. Your opinion don't matter. It just don't matter. You are a nobody manipulator. And all of those that follow you, whether they make videos, whether they march with you, I hope they're doing it out of the good intentions of their heart and not overlooking the obvious. So again, you can say whatever you want about me, a woman beater, a snitch, a agent. None of that bothers me. I don't care. And that's the difference. Because many people who get their character assassinated, they can't handle it. I don't care. Don't bother me. I know I'm God body. I know God lives in this body. I know that I'm striving to manifest in full force the power of God within me. Ain't nothing you can do about that. Now, let's get the rocking. We got 347 people in the chat. To the people from all around the world that believes in this revolution, I want you to take notes tonight. I want you to question me tonight. I want you to ask me questions when I finish what I'm about to do, because we're about to rock out real hard. Let me thank Shown from the Shy. This is the only channel that exposes frauds and give truth. Morse World TV. Let's get it. Here we go, family. Let's get it. First of all, as I mentioned, and I will mention again, the only way that I was going to have a fisticuff is the same way I said in my song. Hit me privately and we can do the fisticuff. Do y'all understand what that mean, family? Hit me privately and y'all gonna do the fist. We can do the fisticuff. I wanted to post the original people. GS getting busy and we ain't even get started yet. That's right. I said hit me privately. And the reason why I said hit me privately, because I don't do the agent thing. I already suspecting you being an agent. Why would I allow you to post something on Facebook, on social media, and I walk right into it? You know what I mean? The silence in the red, black, and green community is tacit support. You see it and they don't say nothing. Is the reason no one takes y'all seriously. You know what I'm saying? Now listen. The reason why I would not respond to a fake post of a fight is because that's not how I get down. I said many a times, hit me privately. And I couldn't say it enough. I kept saying it. I even say it in the song. Hit me privately, hit me privately, hit me privately, hit me privately. And then you make a post. See, this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. I would not do that before the public ever. And in fact, you couldn't even ask me to do anything in association with that ever again, because you already violated what I asked. Do it privately. And even the moon said, yeah, catch a fade. And I don't know if Brother Moon heard me, but I said privately. And then soon after the show, in fact, everything they do have to be public instead of proving you wrong. They justifying everything you said. Exactly. In fact, I should have clipped this, but hold up. I should have clipped this. Soon after the show, Brother Desert Storm. Watch this. Soon after the show, Brother Desert Storm that was on my show, he says to me, let me see if I can find it real quick. He texts me. He said, passing the message in real time. This is 11:50. He said, notifying you that the fight has been accepted and July 30th is the date desired to bring the bash. Now, at this point, I'm thinking that it's still private, but the fight has been accepted. I'm like, okay, accepted, that's fine. And July 30th is the date to bring the bash. Will that work? Listen what I say. Watch what I say. Let me make sure that date is good for my team tomorrow. I really don't trust you frauds to be fair and honorable, but we'll see with my staff. Hold up. Let me see if I can get it right. I'll read it to you. But we'll see what my staff and my team says. He says, LOL, I'm just passing on the message. Now, at that time, I did not know that it was a Facebook post. I was still willing to go through with it, because I'm thinking that, okay, Desert Eagle is going to be the liaison, and this is going to be a quiet thing. You hear what I say? Let me make sure that that data is good with my team. I'm really about to go through with this. Press 7 if you understand what I'm saying. I'm really about to go through with this only if it's quiet, because I'm thinking Desert Eagle is the liaison so we can keep it quiet. You understand? Press 7 if you understand what I'm saying. Press 7 if you understand what I'm saying. Press 7 if you understand what I'm saying. I'm really seriously about to go through with it. But I find out real soon, people start sending me the post from Malik. Hold up. People start sending me the post from Malik. Hold up. Here we go. Give me 1 second. Let me pull it up real quick, because we about to get into the show. People start sending me the post from Malik the same night. Warrior bout set for July the 30th. Grand Sheik to Arca Bay Morris World TV versus, I told you he's a promoter, versus new Black Panther Party Prime Minister. This MMA fight, I don't know nothing about the MMA. I don't know nothing about nothing what he done put here. I'm talking about I didn't talk to nobody. I just came off of Morris World TV. This MMA, he's a liar. And anybody around him should never trust him. He's a liar. This MMA fight is all said and agreed to, as Mr. Taharka Bey pledged, to man up against Najee Muhammad, to go toe-to-toe with him, and the best man be standing. He put this up right after the show. That is a flat-out lie. Mr. Najee Muhammad is a former Ohio middleweight champion. Mr. Bey had harsh words for Mr. Muhammad. This is how he fanned the flames. This is how agents do. Nick Bezel. I didn't have harsh words for Nick Bezel. I just questioned the integrity of what he said when he met the district attorney. Babu Omoali. I never had harsh words for Babu. I said Babu was real. Babu had harsh words for me. Dr. Malik Zulu Shabazz. I got harsh words for Dr. Malik. AJ Frazier. I got harsh words for AJ Frazier. And the entire Black Power movement. You see what he's doing? You see what he's doing? Pay attention. Do you see what he's doing? I don't have no harsh words for the entire Black Power community. He's an agent provocateur. This is the epitome of an agent provocateur. This is live, front and center. And anybody associated with him, if you take the emotions away, you will be able to see that this is an agent provocateur. You can try to dance around it all you want, but you will fall victim to this agent when it's all over, said and done. You will fall victim to this agent provocateur, because whether a moon is watching right now or not, he know good and well I didn't have time to agree to an MMA fight, which I probably would have if it was quiet like I request. He know good and well July the 30th, I didn't have nothing to agree to. I was live. This is the epitome. This is the epitome. He says July 30th live in Baltimore. You hear what I say? This guy is the epitome of an agent provocateur, and he's showing it. He said, Dean Tariq Johnson is working out the final details. This should be a great fight. So obviously he had Desert Storm to text me right after the show. Right after the show, and he made this flyer, and I didn't even respond. And you know the sad thing about this? This is the sad thing about this. He's a very talented promoter, because as I mentioned before, the flyer that he created looks better than, or whoever created it that fast, the flyer that he created looks better than some of the flyers that they use to promote their events. This is his flyer. You follow what I'm saying? All I did was put false advertisement across it. You understand what I'm saying? This is his flyer. And he's darkened my mustache. He darkened my eyes. He smoothed off the old man over there. He smoothed up Najee the jawbreaker. Like, he's very talented. Why do we waste our talents? Why? So I just wanted to get that out the way. I know that took a little bit of time, but I wanted to get that out the way. But now we about to get popping. You know what I mean? I wanted to get that out the way. Let's get it out the way. But now let's start, family. Please take notes, family. If you are in the look, if you are in the Black Power community, I have nothing against you. You know what I'm saying? I do have something against the frauds that are around us. First of all, if anybody want to, oh my goodness, if anybody, I want y'all to follow this closely, because all of this research is very intricately put together. And remember, I always say, if I am wrong, I will. If I am wrong, I will take out what is wrong, and I'll make a public apology. But as I put this together, I want you to also know that I'm speaking from the perspective of what the evidence on social media has given me. So let's start it off. First of all, there is a theme that goes on with this brother that is called identity theft. And this identity theft is Najee has been doing for a long time. And as we go through this presentation, you will understand exactly what I mean. So it is assumed at this point that he stole his name from Minister Najee Muhammad sometime between 98 and 99. He hijacked his name. In fact, I'm almost 100% sure that he hijacked the name Najee Muhammad in 1998. And you're going to know why I say that in a minute. He hijacked the name. But now let's listen to his profile. These are his own words. Whenever he gets interviewed, these people talk too much and they don't think that it's going to come back to bite you. The prince is uncompromising to the imperialists. Evils of the prisons and now emerges to one of the most powerful voices in North America and the black world. This is a news piece. This is a news piece coming out of Cleveland. Now look how they endorse him, but also play the 50. They play the halves with him. It says, the prince is uncompromising to the imperialists, evils of the prisons, and now his emergence to one of the most powerful black voices in North America and the world. Minister Najee Shaka Muhammad's message of self-empowerment and self-education affected over 100,000 students in the past 10 years. Now, this is a flat-out lie, because in fact, 10 years prior to this, he was in prison. But anyway, his evolution, here's the other lie. Born into the Nation of Islam, went to Muhammad University of Islam in Cleveland, Ohio. I never knew, I could be wrong, I never knew that there was a Muhammad University in Cleveland, Ohio. However, I could be wrong. The prince received political and spiritual training from the foremost Muslim leaders such as Minister Malcolm X and spiritual father Minister Louis Farrakhan in the Nation of Islam. Did y'all hear what I said? He received spiritual, you hear me? Training from Malcolm X. Press 7 if you just heard me. This is how they build up the profile so they can deceive people. This is how they deceive people. And his spiritual father, Minister Louis Farrakhan in the Nation of Islam. Then he met the man that took hold of him, his mentor, Dr. Khalid Muhammad. Now here is the lie. This is why I put out the challenge. Somebody send me a clear picture of him and Dr. Khalid Muhammad, because this thing right here, him and Malik has been promoting that he is Dr. Khalid Muhammad come again, basically. And I went to research it, and I'm looking, and I'm like, hold up. Why is it so many pictures that they post on the internet, but there is not one clear one with Dr. Khalid Muhammad? Sounded strange to me. I'm going to tell you why that sounds strange to me, because when you are a good researcher, one thing that you have to do, you have to cross-reference at least 3 or 4 times to be sure that it is what it is. And I've seen many old pictures. That was grainy, and they were able to manipulate them in a Photoshop style, and you never could really tell. And so this is why I said that show me one picture with him and Dr. Khalid Muhammad. I will give somebody, Moorish World TV, we will give somebody $100, a cash app. I just want to see the picture. I'm not saying that he wasn't with Dr. Khalid Muhammad. I'm just saying out of 1,000 pictures that I went through over the internet, there is not one clear picture with him and Khalid Muhammad. That doesn't sound right. You understand what I'm saying? And somebody said, bro, they say that he's Khalid Muhammad. But now I'm going to tell you why. That is very suspect, Czar. That is very suspect. We got 396 people in here. Please, before the show is over, 400, before the show is over, somebody, please send me a picture with him and Dr. Khalid Muhammad to taharkabay@gmail.com. You know what I mean? Please. I'm not saying that he doesn't have any pictures with Dr. Khalid Muhammad, but I'm just saying that if he is the #1 student of Dr. Khalid Muhammad, he should have tons of pictures with Dr. Khalid Muhammad. There is not one. And Malik endorses him as one who was trained by Khalid Muhammad. So if there is no picture, that means Malik and him got something going on. And we're going to get into that too. We're going to get into that too. Now watch this. Now you can prove me wrong. I don't mind being proven wrong. But this is for the Black Power leaders. It says, Minister, okay. Then he met the man that took hold of him, his mentor, Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad. Later in time, he called him as his trainer, captain, and his revolutionary father that brought birth to the new Black Panther Party. In some circles, Prince Najee has been called Little Dr. Khalid. Pay attention to this. Pay close attention to this. Remember that he was called Little Dr. Khalid. Minister Najee Muhammad has served captain of the elite Fruit of Islam and then sent to Cleveland, Ohio by Minister Farrakhan. Why that stands out to me is because if you are in Cleveland and you attended the University of Islam in Cleveland, why would you be sent to Cleveland? Y'all hear me? How can you be sent to Cleveland? But let's just give it the benefit of the doubt that this is a European plot to destroy him. Let's give it the benefit of the doubt. You know what I mean? That they inked this. You know what I mean? That they inked this. But he said he was at the University of Muhammad in Cleveland. But then he comes back and says he was the captain of the Fruit of Islam and then sent to Cleveland, Ohio by Minister Farrakhan to hold it down. And he did just that. Can you imagine Farrakhan say, go hold it down? Now, here we go. He later joined the new Black Panther Party for self-defense in the year of 1998. I want you to remember that. Minister Najee Muhammad in the year of 99 won Chairman of the Year. Chairman of what? Chairman of what? See, this is building accolades to be believable. I'm telling you, I hope y'all stick around to the end. If you got to leave, please come back and finish watching this video because it's going to heat up and heat up and heat up and heat up. You understand what I'm saying? So it says, Minister Najee Muhammad in the year 1999 won Chairman of the Year. By 2000, Minister Najee Muhammad was on the national scene. 2022 of October, he's in Montgomery, Alabama to protest the Decatur shooting of a 57-year-old black man. He told the council at the city hall that night and warned at the state capitol, if you stop police brutality, we, the black community, would take up our guns and our shotguns in self-defense. If you won't stop, we will take up our guns in self-defense. Listen really, really closely. And kill at will. That put our supreme commander of the Southern Law Center on a 40 most watch list. By 2003, the Prince of Wars, as he has been called over the years, won Panther of the Year. That's when envy, listen closely, that's when envy set in from Hashim and Zinga. At the time, then to the end of his time in the NBPP. All right? He says Hashim envied him. I didn't say it. He said it. Hashim envied him. Now watch this. 2009 was his last year. The National Black Conference Minister, Najee Muhammad, is the co-host. The first Million Youth March is where Najee Muhammad emerged as a recognized dynamic leader. Now, here we go. If anybody remember the Million Youth March, if I'm not mistaken, I think it happened in 98, something like that. I'm not sure, but let's check it to be sure. First Million Youth March. We can watch it in real time. Let's see. All right. It was in 1998. Do anybody remember Najee Muhammad as a dynamic leader recognized in 1998? No one will agree that he was. No one. This is all fictitious lie. This is all a fictitious lie. This is why I say we have to be careful. When we look at people that join and start calling themselves revolutionaries and Black Power, what they're doing is they're building a profile. He has built this profile around a lie. You understand what I'm saying? He has built this profile around a lie. This is how they do it. And this is how I'm able to look at people today saying that they Moors, saying that they Black Power, because I'm looking at them trying to build a profile for a later date. They're trying to build a profile for a later date, and they steady infiltrating. All right? Now, the only pic that we can find with him supposedly be with Dr. Khalid Muhammad is this grainy picture right here. Do y'all see it? This is the only picture that we can find. Now, it actually looks like a bad Photoshop, but you will never be able to tell because the graininess of it. But that is one of the things that they do. They put grainy pictures together and they try to sell it to people as if they have been with these leaders in order to validate themselves. And then the people say, oh, he's Khaled's greatest student. Oh, he's Khaled's greatest student. Oh, but when you look at how dark he is in this grainy picture and you look at the shade of Khaled, those two don't blend in this picture. You know what I'm saying? Those things don't blend. He claims this picture was 1999. But the picture, if anybody know anything about pictures, even though it's grainy, the texture don't blend. One is a grayish and one is a dark grayish blackish. They don't blend. Anybody know anything about pictures know this. So now this is a fictitious thing to confirm that something is being plotted. Something is being plotted. A plot is being built around the idea that he is Dr. Khalid Muhammad's student. And Malik Zulu Shabazz is endorsing it for a reason. And we're going to talk about that reason in a little while. You know what I'm saying? We're going to talk about that reason in a little while. This is why I say John Cook, that's his name, a.k.a. Najee Muhammad, claims to be the student of Dr. Khalid Muhammad, $100 cash app reward. This is for the sake of humanity. I don't have no bread like that, but for the sake of humanity, anybody that support Morris World TV, I'm just telling you, family, we're going to pay somebody $100 for a clear photo. Why would he have a photo of him and Dr. Khalid Muhammad that's not even clear if he's his number one student, right? And the best that he could come up is stuff like this. 2 separate photos. This is the best that he could come up with. You see what I'm saying? This is the best that he could come up with. And it's not even good. And it's not even good. It's not even a good fake. Know what I mean? It's not, nobody's coming on here till tomorrow. Anybody want to come on, email me. You can come on tomorrow. Stop keep asking my family. Nobody's coming on. We're going to finish this presentation. No distractions. You know what I mean? Anybody want to come on, they can email me. They can come on tomorrow. He can come on tomorrow also. Now, here we go. He actually has pictures with Erykah Badu. He had them from supposedly 2007 Savior's Day and even before that. I mean, there you go. So he's able to post some sort of clear pictures with Erykah Badu, but none with his mentor. None. He's supposed to be the prized student. None whatsoever. It doesn't make sense, family. They're building a profile for a reason. And Malik Zulu Shabazz is right there every step of the way as they build this profile. And it's a reason why, I suspect, so far. He has plenty pictures with Malik Zulu Shabazz in the early days. Plenty of them. He has plenty of them in the early days. So there would be no reason for him not to have pictures. There will be no reason. There will be no reason for him not to have not one picture. Zero. It doesn't make sense. Even Fraud Malik got pictures. Plenty of them. Because we know that he brought Dr. Khaled and the minister to Howard University. There's plenty of them. So why would Malik endorse this lie unless there is something going on to get people into this disillusioned or frenzy state to keep us lost in the sauce as it relates to liberation? No one has to believe me. I'm just telling you, there's plenty pictures with him and Malik. In fact, for all intents and purposes, it appears when he's talking about the Million Youth March, he's actually talking about the Million Youth March of 2003 with Malik. And let me tell you how they even go a step further. Let me go how you go a step further. It seems to me that when he's talking about the Million Youth March, he's actually not talking about the Million Youth March with Dr. Khaled. But because people are not totally aware of the Million Youth Marches, when he said that he was at the Million Youth March, and this is what you have to know. This is what you have to know, family. What you have to realize is that the reason why he had media access is because Malik had media access. You understand what I'm saying? Malik had media access with Geraldo. Malik had media access with CNN. Malik had media access with MSNBC and Fox News. He had media access. Therefore, when he bring in this fool right here that he can control, and I explain to you why he can control him. He can control this guy right here. And there's a reason that he can control him. But now he gets this guy to play the role of Dr. Khalid Muhammad. It's the same thing with Hashim. Malik felt as though he could control Hashim. This is how Hashim get in the position and Malik fall back. because Malik is the ringleader of informants. He is the ringleader of informants. So he is the hand that rocks the cradle. Whether it's Hashim, whether it's this guy, it doesn't matter. I'm going to show and prove. And anybody around him, they know. They know this stuff is suspect as I keep going on. Now, hold up. Now, the Million Youth March in Brooklyn yesterday may have been far short on numbers, only out 1,000 attended, but it was long on rhetoric. We will not start a riot today, but we will make no promises tomorrow. And the lead organizer of the march and rally, Malik Zulu Shabazz. You see that? You see that? So there's a difference between the Million Youth March that Khaled had and that Malik had. But because people don't pay attention to history, they have the ability to mix apples and oranges. And no one knows the difference. No one knows the difference. But we're going to help our people today. We're going to help them today. Now, this is a message that had been going around social media at some time. And I'm not going to say when, but anybody that was in social media circles as it relates to the death of Khaled, you may be familiar with this. If you're not, this will be your first time. Now, it says, BP commanders, I just received this text message. Who killed Dr. Khaled Abdul Muhammad? Dr. Khaled Muhammad lay in his coffin with his Panther uniform, and his face was twisted up and in total agony and pain. He looked something from a horror movie. He looked like something from a horror movie. It looked like an extremely powerful pain poison had been used on him. Even a strong headache shouldn't F up someone's face in this way. The way his was. His face was contorted in agony, scared the shit out of me. The message was clear and said, look, when we can do to your leaders and get away with it. Look what we could do to your leaders and get away with it. He looked terrible. I know what I saw. Prince Najee Muhammad, he's the last great student left of Dr. Khaled Muhammad, and look how they're treating him. Now, this is suspect because the sender is anonymous. And they say Prince Najee is the last great student. You follow me? Just follow the narrative. Follow the narrative. We also must be aware of the science of microwave warfare. They have the technology to send algorithm frequencies to your brain from a distance that cause the symptoms that look like a brain problem. Dr. Khaled Muhammad never had a chance. They tried to shoot him and he survived that. Then NBPP Hashim Zinger hooks Dr. Khaled up with his sister. Last name is ironically Ambush. Fam, you're going to figure this all out as we get through this tonight. The wife let Dr. Khaled lie in his own excrement for hours. Malik Shabazz comes over and removes all the bathroom rugs and clothes. Dr. Khaled is then put into GA Hospital in Kennesaw, where he is on life support. Attorney Alton Maddox visits Dr. Khaled, and he tells Hashim, please leave him on life support one more day. The man is trying to tell me something. Hashim says, hell no, and pulls the plug on Dr. Khaled that night. When you are in a coma or vegetable state, the hearing is the last to go. Dr. Khaled looked that way because he was paralyzed and couldn't believe the same people he put his life on the line for betrayed him. I have summarized what I know and what I read about his murder. A lot of the information on this case have been scrubbed off the internet, but Najee Muhammad is the biggest threat to the MBPP. But Najee Muhammad is the biggest threat to the MBPP. I can say more, but not on these forums. I don't talk unless it's something relevant. I'm very passionate about this topic. Now, people that's in the Black Power community, in particular, the Black Panther community, they have received this. You know what I'm saying? They have received this. Now, counselors say the last part was so weak and so unconvincing. Brother, you got to understand how COINTEL work. It's always a catch me if you can thing. Some of it is just put out there just to take you in another direction. Some of it just to put out there to let who bite it. You know what I mean? So we don't know what this is. But I know that we can pick out little parts of it and say, hold up, man, this is kind of weird. But this was sent out. This definitely was sent out to the new Black Panther commanders. But it was anonymously sent. So you have to be careful, you know what I mean? Like, so unconvincing and all that. But this is how COINTEL work. COINTEL don't work in a way that you have to be convinced that it's legitimate or not. It has to just distract, confuse, and misguide people. And that's what this does because it's anonymous anyway. So, but many people can vouch that this is a legitimate thing that was sent. You know what I mean? Now watch this. It says, they're trying to write, but now I find this to be true. They're trying to write Dr. Khaled out of history. The people that killed him are still walking and breathing. The guy with the sunglasses with the brothers, with our brother's casket on his shoulders is also named Prince Malik Shabazz. Show up in Detroit 10 years ago, out of nowhere, as a leader of the new Black Panther Party. Has caused different problems in the Black Power movement around Detroit. Ran the Black elders out of the Marcus Garvey movement here in Detroit. Totally destroyed the Detroit 300 Black male movement and his excellent rapport with the Black community. Detroit Police Department let him interrogate and beat some of the suspected rapists in their police garage. He was innocent and his parents sued the Detroit 300. When the white racist mayor won here in Detroit, he was up on the podium with them as support. He gets drug money out of the drug pushers not to organize against them. Does the same thing with the Arab stores in Detroit. Now, the point that this makes is that you have people who have concerns. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's legitimate or not, we don't know. You know what I'm saying? But this was sent out. This definitely was sent out. And one of the things that sticks out to me is Najee Muhammad name pops out. And you're going to understand why that sticks out to me in a minute. So Najee Muhammad claims that he had been doing something for 10 years. Well, when he was given a news interview, he told them that he was incarcerated for more than 8 years. He was released in 1998. Hold up. Didn't we just go back here? Somewhere right here, where Najee Muhammad has served as captain of the elite Fruit of Islam in Cleveland, Ohio, and then sent to Cleveland, Ohio by Minister Farrakhan to hold it down. He later joined the new Black Panther Party for self-defense in 1998. He was released in 1998. So he tells a news story that he had been all of this Nation of Islam, Fruit of Islam, productive member of the Nation of Islam in one sense, but now in another sense, he comes back and tell another people that he was locked up for 8 years. He was released in 1998 and returned to Cleveland, where he served as the assistant captain with the Nation of Islam. Hold up. None of this is adding up. You served as the assistant captain with the Nation of Islam in 1998. You served as the assistant in 1998. Mr. Najee has served as the captain of the elite Fruit Islam, and he was sent to Cleveland, Ohio by Minister Farrakhan to hold it down. He did just that. He later joined the new Black Panther Party of the Self-Defense in 1998. He was released in 1998, and he served as the assistant captain with the Nation of Islam. Later that year, he attended the Million Man March in Harlem. So maybe he's saying that that's when he joined the new Black Panther Party, because it says he hooked up with the Black Panther Party. But hold up. Don't it appear there's a whole bunch going on here? But let's keep it going. It's all going to come together in a minute. Muhammad helped Panthers get a foothold in Cleveland. He says that under his leadership, the chapter grew to 60 members who helped clean up the drug-ravaged section of Lakeview Road. They patrolled the area wearing bulletproof vests and carrying pump-action shotguns. They also ran a food bank. The Panther was having an impact, he says, until greater forces conspired against them. Muhammad claims that at an African cultural festival where he was speaking to the media, someone handed him a drink. A half hour later, he suffered a sharp shooting pain and had to be rushed to Cleveland Clinic. He says a doctor told him he had been poisoned. He said it was the kind of poison that come from the mafia and the CIA, something like that. He said he was poisoned. He said it seemed like a poison that comes from the mafia or the CIA. How do you know what? I don't know. That just sounds strange to me, but don't worry about it. It'll all come together in a minute. I'm going to keep saying that. Don't worry. It's going to all come together in a minute. Now, this is from another article. Muhammad can't quite explain why, much less the mob or government, will want to obscure activists, who will want an obscure activist dead. Nor can he provide medical records to support his claims. Either way, it wouldn't take a government's conspiracy to silence Muhammad. His penchant for forgery makes him his own worst enemy. Remember what I said in the beginning. He stole the identity of Minister Najee Muhammad. His penchant for forgery one second. His penchant for forgery makes him his own worst enemy. Y'all going to know what that mean in a minute. Y'all going to know what that mean in a minute. Everybody thumbs up here. Hit the Cash App. Throw some cheers up. Eat your popcorn. I don't care what you do, but at least share this. Because these brothers and sisters that are real about this liberation, they need to see this presentation. They need to see this. To all my true freedom fighters, you need to see this. You need to see this because we just getting started. You need to see this. Please share this. Even if those of you that are with freedom fighters that y'all have disagreed, send this to them. Those of you who have argued because they believed in these fake leaders and you chose to leave, still send it to them. See, love don't have any restraints. If you love your people, you do your job and try to help wake them up. Let them fight you. Let them resist. If the baby don't want to take the medicine, that don't mean that you walk away. You still provide them with the medicine. So share this with those who has good hearts, because this is about to get heated in a minute. It's about to get heated up in here. I told you it's going to be 400 degrees. It's going to be 400 degrees in a minute. Now, this was sent out to a sister from Prince Najee in 2011. Black Power Queen. Hey, where you been? Know this, an FBI person had called me and asked some question about what happened. I said things are okay. Stop there. A FBI person have called me and asked me some questions about what happened. I said, and I guess he meant things are okay. How the news got to the Nation of Islam member was at MWTv meeting, and they were talking about me and the brother said to be Abel Thomas. That it sounds like it's a hit out of Minister Najee Muhammad. Y'all see that name again? Minister Najee Muhammad. He blames, y'all see that name? Out of Minister Najee Muhammad. He accused Najee Muhammad putting a hit on him. For whatever reason, I don't know. Sounds like it is a hit. I'm sorry. It is a hit on Minister Najee Muhammad. Remember, I told you that he got his name from Najee Muhammad. I mean, sounds like it's a hit on Minister Najee Muhammad. Then 2 days later, this person comes over to where I stay and talking to Anita and Tia that stay here in the room. And this person had words with me outside. And I went back in. Then gunfire in the air. The next door people made a big thing out of this. The police, all in the family, all in their family. I have not heard from you. Then it seems when something goes down, people say that you are freedom fighters, want to quit. You're not with the National Minister of Justice and Law anyway. As we know, you are down as AWOL. Watch this, family. Watch this. Never check in with anyone. The national tour 500 years later is about to take place. Look on Facebook. You'll see what the heck is going on. We move on. I'm not waiting for anyone, and I'm going to with us or not with us. The National Institute Center cell. Your bro and servant in the struggle, Minister Najee Muhammad. And anybody know this, I'm not making this stuff up. This stuff is his stuff that he sent out. But one of the things that you have to know is that he communicated with the FBI in 2011. Hold tight. Hold tight. Hold tight. Right here, at some point he left the New Black Panther Party and created his own thing. And you're going to understand why I showed this in a minute. And notice there's a name on here that hosted this named Hassim Bey. I want you to pay attention to that. Hassim Bey. But this was the New Black Liberation Militia. We'll get back to that in a minute. And I also want you to remember that in 98, Dr. Khaled joined the New Black Panther Party. Bear in mind to all these things. Now, here we go. Let's get back into 2010. The New Black Liberation Militia, Najee Muhammad, a former NBPP National Field Marshal who told Hate Watch he founded the New Black Liberation Militia in 2010 because he felt constrained by the New Black Panther Party's restrictions on military display was blunter. When I found out that the Jewish background of Zimmerman family, I said, ain't nothing going to happen to that family unless we do it. The militia leader who bragged about rolling with members of the Crips and the Bloods and rumbling with police as a teen grew up in Cleveland among radical black militants. Many of the members of the Nation of Islam, a black separatist hate group, whose rhetoric today is positively mild compared to that of the New Black Panther Party. He reminisced fondly about his father's brother, Uncle Ahmad, better known as Fred Evans, a black militant who died in jail after famously leading the Glenville shootout in 1968 Cleveland sniper attack on police that left several dead and caused a 5-day riot that left the neighborhood in ruins. But now here we go. As if he wanted to see another such event, Najee Muhammad unequivocated insisting he respects authority and would not personally instigate violence. He said uprising is going to happen by the nature of the cause. He respects authority. Remember, he's having a conversation with a magazine called, a website called Hate Watch. Hate Watch. And he's telling them that he doesn't advocate violence. So now he talks with a forked tongue because he does talk crazy. You know what I'm saying? Anybody who listens to him, I'm not going to get into all of that. But when he's talking to Hate Watch, he says, I ain't advocating violence. Uprising is going to happen by nature of the cause. So he's playing it safe with these Europeans, but they giving him a platform. Remember what I said earlier. These people give these radicals, faking radicals, platform. They're not really radicals. They're faking. They faking radicals. They want to get people to be radicalized so the government can pick them off. This is what it's all about. I told you that's what it was about Grandmaster Jay, and they didn't pick people off. I'm telling you, that's what Malik did. That's why Samir got hemmed up. That's why a lot of people got hemmed up. Because they get people all hemmed into their emotions, radicalized, and now the police, the FBI, the CIA, and everybody who wants to get them to simmer down, go and pick them off. They go and pick them off. So this is the point of radicalization. In order to get people to get loud, to step out front so they can be picked off. And what happens with that, the revolution will never get a foothold because people like this are instigating emotional responses so people can get picked off. And freedom will never come through this way anyway because they are too emotional. Too emotional. Watch this. Now, just last year, this is only 2022. Black power to you, brother. Like my staff and other supporters said, people that use the rest of y'all will not interview me. No, you ain't even if me didn't talk about anything else but a real one. The new Black Liberation Militia and answers Supreme Commander and has warrior women in the wrestling with Erykah Badu. This is what he sent me. This is what he texted me. Phone down. Has been holding the line and keeping Dr. Khalid Muhammad vision alive. You'll want to talk with me, missing one thing about me. I'm not like the rest of them, and all of them Negroes claim to be revolutionary. I step to this cracker. We step to them lock and loud. You don't want to talk to me, fine. I just delete your number. And it's on to the mess with me. This is December 2010. I never let him on my show because I sensed the rat. I sensed him to be a rat from the time that he reached out to me because he kept name dropping Dr. Khalid Muhammad. I am a one who have studied Dr. Khalid Muhammad over and over. I mean, I've studied almost every speech that Dr. Khalid Muhammad ever put out. And when he kept name dropping and trying to sound like Dr. Khalid Muhammad, I thought that was rather odd. So in December 10, when I was talking about Grandmaster Jay, he wanted to come on the platform. I wouldn't allow it. At this time, he was still new Black Liberation Militia. Y'all see what integrity look like, right? Y'all see what integrity look like, right? Look at under the number 2mooresworldtv@gmail.com. Y'all see what integrity look like, right? I would not let him come on even before this. Press 7 if y'all see what integrity look like. Let me take a sip. Y'all understand what I'm saying? I wouldn't let him come on. I wouldn't let him come on because the way he talked to me on the phone, I was like, nah, this guy's really going far to try to convince me that he's Dr. Khalid Muhammad. He was trying to sound like Dr. Khalid Muhammad. I was like, nah, you ain't coming on my show, bro. Watch this. When you look at what was going on down in Mississippi, you would notice that they have these love-hate relationship with these Europeans. That's Nick Bezel talking to the film people. And they have these love-hate relationship with these Europeans. I mean, I don't understand how one could be so against this oppressor, but politic with them. I don't get that. I don't understand that. You know what I mean? I don't understand that. But anyway, let me get into a little bit more. It's a shame that this guy tries so hard to be Dr.
Are you optimistic about our chances to reclaim our own children and
This is when Malik had the access to all media before social media around 2003. You know what I'm saying? This is Malik pushing him. Like I tell you, they try to stir up emotions. I mean, see, I got something on my lip. Hold up. Kombucha. This is the green kombucha here. This is goodness. See, that's a good family member there. Say, Grand Sheik, you got something on your lip. People don't love you, make you walk around with a boogie in your nose. You know what I'm talking about? People don't love you, man. They have boogie in your nose. They be still talking, looking at the boogie. Like, why are they looking up there? Thank you, family. Appreciate you. Love you back. But let's get busy. What I'm trying to tell you is that this guy tried so hard to sound like Dr. Khalid, and he did it on the phone. Back during this time, he's talking to a group of Masons. You follow me? Now, at this time, Malik had access to all of the media outlets that you could name. The Masons, the news, the whatever. Malik had all. Look at this. See, what I'm telling you is that this has always been a campaign. They have built in a campaign of confidence into people and organizations. But what they do is they go to the lower level part of the people and they grab them because of their disenfranchised. You know what I mean? Our people are disenfranchised in the hood. And so we're angry. And so, of course, sometimes we respond emotionally. So this is how Malik can live outside of D.C., but go into the hood of D.C. and pick people to do his bidding for him. People need to stop doing bidding for these people. He's not doing nothing. Remember, I invited Malik to call me? He didn't call me to rumble. What did he do? He got his minion. His minion made the comment in the chat. His minion made the comment in the chat. You follow what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying? So now his minion baits me, thinking I'm going to take the bait, but I asked Malik to call me or meet me. Press 7 if y'all remember that. Y'all follow what I'm saying? But he uses him because they're in cahoots. They both know something about Dr. Khaled death, is my point. They both got a secret. They can't let it go. They got a secret. This is why it's an off and on relationship. He leaves the new Black Panther Party. He make the new Black Liberation Militia. He comes back to the Black Panther Party. He's the field marshal because they have a little secret. They have a little secret. You understand? They have a little secret. You know what I'm saying? So, and we're going to expose that little secret real fast. I mean, the funny part is how they make 2003 videos look like they're 1989. You see that? They are making 2003 videos look like 1989. This is very important too. Trying to make them look vintage. 2003 videos didn't look like this. You understand what I'm saying? This is all a part of the setup to convince the viewer that this guy has some true, authentic history as it relates to freedom fighting. And people that don't know better would fall for this. People that don't know better, that tired of our people getting shot, tired of our people being disenfranchised, tired of our people being bullied, they will fall for this. But they will only be radicalized so they can be picked off. Y'all follow me? Our people will be influenced to be radical so they can be picked off. That's what this is all about. That's what this is all about. I'm trying to tell you. This is COINTEL 20,000.0. I mean, now, let me get back over here real quick. Now, remember I said that the brother said that he talked to the FBI or the FBI called him. One thing that we're going to find consistent is that he always talking to them people. That's what we're going to find consistent. Investigation report, 8/24/2011. We, the New Black Theological Institute Center investigation team, are offering this report to the Atlanta Police Department and the FBI. The New Theological Institute Center is founded and created by yours truly. Yours truly, Najee Muhammad. We, the New Black Theological Institute Center investigation team, are offering this report to the Atlanta Police Department and the FBI. This information is declassified and intended for public consumption and discussion. We affirm that the community has the right to know. This report is not politically motivated and not produced to settle any scores nor hurt anyone. Good work has been done on the assassination of Martin Luther King and Minister Malcolm X, but not by their followers. It is their assassination plot against the former National Field Marshal Minister Prince Najee Muhammad, now the leader of the New Black Liberation Institute militia, the liberation of Black news world. The news that is out there is it is a hit out on the former National Field Marshal of the New Black Panther Party, Minister Najee Muhammad. The hit that is said to be coming out of Atlanta, Georgia camp of New Black Panther Party. New Black Panther Party. The question is, what does the national chairman, Malik Zulu Shabazz, has to say? And what is he doing about the assassination plot on Minister Najee Muhammad, that with whom he says he loves so much? Let's go back to the beginning. Investigation team is offering this report to the Atlanta Police Department and the FBI. Remember, hold up. Remember, he's offering this to the FBI. Am I right? According to this, he's offering it to the FBI. Now,
the Panthers on the scene.
That's him in the background singing.
Mama said, boy, what you want to be? Sharp and crisp, black and clean.
There's Nick Bezel, Big Nick Bezel.
Yes, sir. Hey, let's make sure. Let's make sure one thing. Let's make sure we're not.
That's brother Nick Bezel talking.
Preventing the good citizens of Brookhaven, from conducting their business inside. All right. So let's make sure when the citizens come through, they're able to come in and out freely. We don't want to block their way to come in and out. Understood? Yes, sir. All right. Myself, Daryl the Monterio. 345.
Pay close attention.
Inside. We're going to meet with the district attorney when we come back out. The second part of what we're going to do, we'll do it from there. The General, you're in charge out here?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Nick Bezel just shook hands with the brother general who communicates with the FBI and sent the FBI report as also a report to the Atlanta Police Department in 2011. Did y'all just hear me? Press 7 if y'all just hear me. Nick Bezel just shook hands with one that we have 3 instances, him communicating with the FBI. He sent a letter to the FBI. The FBI called him and he sent it to Atlanta Police Department. Nick Bezel called him the commander. Amun, you can't be mad at me, brother. Soldier, get low. Soldier, get low. Amun, I'm your friend, brother. I'm the true revolutionary friend. You hear what I say? I am the true revolutionary friend. I'm not your enemy. Don't let your emotions take me as the enemy. I'm not your enemy. You understand what I'm saying? Now, back to what I was saying. The information is declassified. Investigation team are offering this report to the Atlanta Police Department and the FBI. The threat, the last paragraph, the threat against Najee Muhammad came as the other day when an ATL member came over where Najee Muhammad stays and shot a handgun in the air. Words were said back and forth by Minister Najee. What has been said by the neighbors in this investigation is now being looked at by the FBI now. It's being looked at by the FBI. This is 2011. This is his organization saying this. This is not me saying this. This is his organization. You know what I mean? This is his organization that's saying this. Hold up. I lost it. Hold up. Let me find it. Let me find it again. This is his organization saying it. This is not me saying it. Let's be clear. I'm not saying this, okay? I lost it that fast. All right. Family, we ain't finished yet. I told you we got 3 hours of cooking. We got 3 hours of cooking. We probably got another hour to go. I mean, we got another hour to go. We ain't finished cooking, but I got to underscore what I just said. I definitely got to underscore what I just said. Real talk. So give me 1 second. Let me find it. Where did I put you at that fast? You trying to slip out of here? Anyway, I think you've seen it. There it is. All right. Now let me screen share so you can see it closely. You know what I mean? This is revolutionaries. Y'all revolutionary, remember? I'm the op that you say. The question is, what does the national chairman Malik Zulu Shabazz has to say? And what is he doing about this assassination plot on Minister Najee Muhammad? And with whom he says he loves so much. The threat against Najee Muhammad came as the other day when an ATL member came over where Najee Muhammad stays and shot a handgun in the air. Words were said back and forth by Minister Najee. What has been said by the neighbors in this investigation is now being looked at by the FBI. What revolutionary calls the FBI? Huh? What revolutionary calls the FBI? Anybody know any? Who sends the FBI a report? And Malik knows about this, yet he let him back into the ranks. So what does that make Malik? See, these Johnny-come-latelys that just be joining these organizations, they don't do their research, but I'm here to do it for you. I'm here to do the research for you. This stuff is not made up. I can send you all the links where I got it from. But I mean, you got it because like they say, they try to scrub the internet. They try to scrub it, but you can't scrub it. You ain't that good. So brothers like a Moon who's mad at me should do research with those around him. Why wouldn't you not care about this? Why wouldn't this be important to you? Anybody else who was cussing me out because they're friends with Malik or whomever that I called out? You should question them or ask me. I'll research it for you. I got your back. All right. Let's finish cooking. We ain't done yet. We ain't done yet. The night gonna be a good night, and I'm trying to tell you. We ain't done yet. All right, let's get down to it. Remember we was talking about identity theft, where I said, you know, he literally got his name from Najee Muhammad in 1999. So let's deal with some identity theft real quick, right? Let's deal with identity theft. Cleveland man charged. Okay, hold. Before I do that, I want to say this. I want to say this before I do this. So, family, years ago, when I was younger, around 18, and in my early 20s or something like that, I broke the law. You feel what I'm saying? I did stupid stuff, hung with some stupid fools, broke the law. I've been in some crazy ghetto relationships, accused of a lot of things. Many of them I didn't do. Some things I did do, but whatever the case may be, the moment that I joined the Moorish Science Temple of America and took it serious is when I put all of that foolishness behind me. I stopped getting into raggedy relationships. I stopped hanging out doing raggedy, stupid stuff. And I gave life a chance. You follow what I'm saying? I gave life a chance. So I want to say this. On this next segment, I'm not condemning this brother for his life choices in regards to making mistakes. But what I am doing is I'm examining his life choices after he claimed to be conscious, after he claimed to be a freedom fighter. Press 7 if you understand what I'm saying. If you don't, press 6 and give me something so I can help you understand. I'm not condemning him for his life choices as it relates to we all make mistakes. But what I am doing is I'm examining it after he claims to be a liberator and a freedom fighter. And you can do the same to me. You can check me out since 2015 that I came on the scene, and you can see where I went left. Anything before 2015, I don't even really have to respond to because I wasn't in my right mind. You know what I'm saying? I was a Negro. I was a fool. Although I was a member of the Moorish Science Temple of America, those foolish old Moors led me just astray as these fools are leading them astray. But I was smart enough to keep it moving. Miss Betty Teachers, thank you so much. And this is what I'm talking. This just gave Cryptonomics and Shown from the Shy and everybody that may have hit the Cash app or may have hit that $sign. I thank y'all so much because this really shows the appreciation because Miss Betty Teaches, she know what it takes to do research. And Crip, he can appreciate research. And Shown and all of y'all with the 7s up and the shares and the well wishes, Abu X and everybody, thank you, family. Because this does take work. This take hours to put together. I got a strong team, but to make it tell a story, it really takes hours because I don't want to accuse anybody wrong. You know what I'm saying? Even those who portray themselves as my enemy, I don't want to prove them. I don't want to be wrong. I don't want to falsely accuse anybody. You understand what I'm saying? That's not my mission. I don't want to try to embellish to make me look good. I want to be able to stand on this a year from now. Or I want to be able to fall back and say, it was my error, it was my mistake. I take that part. I take that back. I take that back. You know what I'm saying? I take that back. So I want to make sure that I'm not falsely accusing anybody. So that is very meticulous. Research. Team strong. I'm strong. You strong. But at the end of the day, if we wrong, we must be able to eat that wrong. And I'm willing to do that. And that's why I research so meticulously and I put it together so meticulously because I don't want to be wrong about somebody's character. You only get one name. You can change it 1,000,000 times. But what's attached to that name will never change. You can change your name to Tahaka. You can change your name to Benny. You can change your name to Abdul. But the essence of a name, what's attached to it, is hard to detach from it. So I don't want to mess up nobody's name. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to mess up anybody's name. So I'm going to make sure that I get this right. All right. So here we go. Remember I said about identity theft, that he stole the man's identity, Najee Muhammad. It says, an indictment was filed charging Najee Muhammad, a.k.a. Paul Cook. Y'all see this, right? Paul Cook. An indictment was filed today charging Najee Muhammad, a.k.a. Paul Cook, 50 of Cleveland, with 3 counts of aggravated identity theft and 1 count of access device fraud, says Stephen M. Detterbach, United States Attorney for Northern District, Ohio. Now, this is 2015. He was a full freedom fighter, if you will. He was a part of the nation. He's a part of the Black Panther Party. This is 2015. This is not 96. This is not 86. This is 2015. He's fully conscious, supposedly. It says the indictment charges that Muhammad stole and used the identities of 3 separate individuals in 2013 and 2014. The indictment further charges that Muhammad knowingly and with intent to defraud, traffic, and to use 1 or more unauthorized access devices. Listen closely. Obtained approximately $31,762 by fraudulently charging merchandise and services on various credit cards, including Capital One, Dell, Gauls Police Department equipment, Gauls Police equipment, because he won't be in the militia, AT&T, Citibank, Safe Home Security, and Dish Network. I'm going to say it again. He bought things like Capital One, Dell, Gauls, police equipment, AT&T, Citibank, Target, Safe Home Security, and Dish Network. This was just in 2015. If convicted, the defendant's sentence will be determined by the court after review of the factors unique of the case, including the defendant's prior criminal record, if any, defendant's role in the offense and the characteristics of the violations. In all cases, the sentence will not exceed the statutory maximum, and in most cases, it will be less than maximum. The case is being prosecuted by Assistant U.S. Attorney Chelsea Rice and Adam Hollingsworth after an investigation by who? The Federal Bureau of Investigation. Who's investigating him? The FBI. Isn't that something? Notice how the FBI keep coming up. Anybody notice this over and over and over and over? You don't get to hear enough of this. I said at the opening of the show that, brother, you did it to yourself. You did it to yourself. You let Malik set you up to be a crash dummy. You know what I mean? Because I have nothing against you personally. But here you go. If that's what you want, there you go. Okay, one moment. Journal entry. Court reporter. Gene Cooley present. Public defender Francis Ardez waives defendant presence in open court. Prosecutor Matthew Mayer president competency hearing. They need to give him a competency hearing. Parties stipulate to the finding. Defendant referred to 20-day inpatient evaluation. Anybody know what that means? He needs to do an inpatient evaluation. At the request of the defendant, hearing held in open court and on the record. On the former day, defendant was referred to the court psychiatric clinic for a competency evaluation, and his or her reported dated 7/2/2014. So in this case, he's a little bit off. But we just getting started. Dr. Anyoff opined that the defendant refused and was unable to cooperate with the evaluation. According to, he was probably talking crazy. He refused to cooperate with the evaluation. According to Dr. Arnoff, was unable to render an opinion as to the defendant competency to stand trial. Watch closely. Therefore, the pursuant to RC number, the court orders the defendant to North Coast Behavior Health Care for inpatient competency evaluation for a reasonable period of time not to exceed 20 days. All right. Y'all hear what he said?
Yes, sir. Hand it over to you.
They put him in.
You're in charge out here?
Yes, sir.
He's in charge. We just getting started now. He's in charge by Nick Bezel. But we're not going to use the European as the bargaining chip to say that he's a little bit off. We're not going to use that. Nope. We're not going to use that. But let's just read it anyway. The defendant is ordered remanded at Cuyahoga. I'm not from Cleveland, so I don't know. Cryptonomics crazy. County jail until a bed becomes available. Upon notification by the forensic liaison, recovery resources, a contact agency. So he goes to jail to wait for a bid to be examined by the mental health professionals. All right. He goes to jail, right? He goes to jail. I mean, one second. We cooking. Let me cook. He goes to jail. And it is determined that, I'm going to go down to where I highlighted, eligibility for health developmental disability due to IQ below 75. Eligibility for transfer to mental health court. Defendant has a psychiatric disorder or intellectual function below IQ 70. I'm going to say it again. This is a health issue here. Eligibility for mental health developmental disability due to IQ at or below 75. Eligibility transfer to mental health court. Defendant has a psychiatric disorder or intellectual function below IQ of 70. This is why he can be Malik's crash dummy and the FBI crash dummy if they need him to be. He has an IQ. He has an IQ below 75.
Yes, sir.
You're in charge out here?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes, sir.
The second part of what we're going to do, we'll do it from there. The General, you're in charge out here?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes, sir.
General, you're in charge out here?
Yes, sir.
All right. General, you're in charge out here?
Yes, sir.
All right. General, you're in charge out here?
Yes, sir.
All right.
He has an IQ below 75. General, you are in charge out here. Are we going to be free by this liberation process? This is what I'm trying to explain to y'all. When we do not question our leaders, when we do not question those who said they fight for us, they are able to do anything to us. No checks and balances. They got the crackpot. They got the crazy man as the commander outside. Now it's time for me to laugh. But he's Dr. Khalid Muhammad, greatest student. Can you imagine the intelligence of Dr. Khalid Muhammad trying to tolerate somebody like this acting a plumb fool all the time? It'll be like babysitting. In honor to those who have mental disorders, I pray that you get help. I pray that you seek some balance. Recognize it first. But this guy here, we just starting to cook again. All right. I told you we ain't finished. I mean, if anybody like good research, this is the place to come. Because we're not going to play no games with you. I mean, we're not going to play no games with you. I mean, we're not going to play no games with you. All right, let me get one up in there real quick. Hold up. Let me get one up in here real quick. Trying to get me one of these up in there. Bam. So a 75 IQ, A full-scale IQ score around 70 or 75 indicate a significant limitation in intellectual functioning. However, the IQ score must be interpreted in the context of the person's difficulties and general mental abilities. A significant limitations, according to psychology. But hey, who am I? Maybe we shouldn't be using the European psychological scale for psychology. I don't know. I'm just saying. Is this the right approach to liberation fighting? The jury is out, I would assume. Again, in 2000, I'm taking you back, bring you back and forward, back. We're going to do some Aliyah now. Defendant, also known as Najee Muhammad, defended in court with counsel Jake Hildenberg, a former day of court defendant, pleaded guilty to theft. Felony 5, Senate Bill 2, as charged in the count 1 and 8 and forgery. Felony 5, Senate Bill 2 is charged in the count of 2. The court consider all of the required factors of the law. The court find that the community control section will adequately protect the public and will not demean the seriousness of the defense. All the while he is conscious committing forgery. This is why he's a freedom fighter. Remember, he said he joined, which I don't believe, but he said it in 98. He's an active criminal with a mental disorder being used by Malik Zulu Shabazz. And any authorities that want to use him. And I'm supposed to not be intelligent about this? Huh? In 2020, while Malik is living in his big house in PG County, and Najee is masquerading as a freedom fighter, he's unable to pay his rent. Just last year, he's unable to pay his rent. Why am I saying that? Am I trying to embarrass him? Absolutely not. What I'm trying to say is, how are you going to fight for liberation if you're not liberated? How can you fight for liberation if you yourself is not liberated? All of this is happening while you are claiming to be conscious with the Nation of Islam and a freedom fighter. All of this is happening. I don't want to embarrass you, brother, but you can't claim liberty and freedom if you're not liberated or free. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. You're traveling around the country claiming to be the black liberation something, but you can't even pay your rent, my brother. You get disability, supposedly, but you're not paying your rent, brother. Moved out by the housing bailiff. They had to remove you on 9/23/2020. I'm not trying to humiliate you. The only thing that I'm saying is that you can't scream black power if you are not empowered. Family, listen, I want you to look at me. I'm not trying to humiliate my brother, but I got to make a point, and I got to make a strong point. that you cannot scream black power. Many of us have financial difficulties right now. Many of us have financial challenges right now. I have a few. I'm sure you might have a few. But eviction? I'd like to go get 5 more kombuchas for tomorrow. I can't. I'm just playing. No, the point that I'm playing, in all honesty, many of us have financial issues, and there's no problem with that. But you traveling around the country, cussing out Europeans, you really got time for that? You traveling around the country following Malik Zulu Shabazz now, you really got time for that? Charity starts at home, King. Charity starts at home. And these people around you know that you're incompetent. These people know that you're incompetent. And they don't try to help you. What they try to do is continue to use you. And I know you watching. They're using you. You're mad at me now, but I'm not the one you should be mad at. I'm not the one that you should be mad at. I'm not the one you should be mad at. You should be mad at the people that are using you. Let me stop this for 1 second. Now, this is where we're going to get to the good part. One of the things, I don't know why I pulled this, but I'm just going to read it. I'm going to freestyle and read it, see why I pulled this. I mean, hold up. I got to get this all right. All right. Here we go. One of the things that we got to pay attention to, and this is about, I'm going to just let it flow now, family. But if Bristol's from police harassment, he bears as much responsibility as his white oppressors. In 1989, he was sentenced to 6 years probation in Florida for passing forged checks. 2 years later, he pleaded no contest for resisting an officer, for which he served 60 days in jail. From there, he was shipped to Alabama, where he wanted to flight to avoid prosecution, again for forgery. He says he's also served time for trafficking guns. So he has been a forger all his criminal career. His penchant for forgery makes him his own worst enemy. Less than 3 months after returning to Cleveland, remember he came back to Cleveland in 98, he charged $27.56 on his father's credit card without permission. He pleaded guilty to theft and forgery 8 months later and was sentenced to a year probation. So what we was reading earlier, that they gave him probation and community watch or whatever it was, less than 5 months into his sentence, he was arrested again, this time for trying to use a 464 counterfeit check at Shaker Quality Foods. He pleaded guilty to forgery and sentenced to 9 months in prison. Are y'all still with me? Less than 3 months after returning to Cleveland. This is why he's conscious. This is why he's a Black Panther. He steals $2,756 off his father's credit card without permission, and his father presses charges. Why should I show up with this crash dummy after they put this on social media? This is what I'm supposed to do? Is that the smart thing to do? It's not the smart thing to do from a Grand Sheik, not the people's Grand Sheik. And anybody who follows Malik should be questioning Malik tonight. Malik endorsed this guy. In fact, Malik endorsed this guy so much, he put him in his remake book. So now you see Malik is the ringleader of frauds. One moment. One second. One second. Hold on. Give me 1 second. I forget the page he says where he speak of Najee Muhammad, but he actually is perpetuating the lie that Najee Muhammad is the student of Dr. Khalid Muhammad in this very book. In this very book. This is just dishonorable foolishness going on. As recently as March 5th, 2022, did by force, stealth, or deception trespass as defined in section of the revised code in an occupied structure or safely secured or separately occupied portion of an occupied structure when another person, not accomplice of the offender, was present with the purpose to commit in the structure or separately secured or separately occupied portion of the structure and any criminal offense. Did with the purpose deprive the owner, Dana A. Dawkins, of furniture and household appliances and miscellaneous household goods and services, knowingly obtain or exert control over either the property or service without consent of the owner or person authorized to give consent. Furthermore, the victim of the offense is an elderly person or disabled adult and value the property or services stolen at $37,500 or more and less than $150,000. Now, he's being charged with theft in May 5th, 2022. The Black Power community should be going to pick him up. They shouldn't be worrying about Tahaka Bay. They should be going to ask him. That's what they should be doing. Why did he take possession of this elderly lady home? You hear what I say? They shouldn't be worrying about Tahaka Bay. The last thing they should be thinking about is a boxing match or an MMA match. They should be going to talk to him right now. That's what they should be doing. The last thing they should be concerning themselves is with Tahaka Bay and Morris World TV. This is the last thing, because if you continue to talk about Tahaka Bay, now you look like you are suspect. Now you are looking crazy. If you continue to make silly threats, if you continue to make silly postures, if you continue to do that, you look crazy now. Because the people right in your midst are the ones with the real suspect behavior, and they are the real predators. Here is the real predators. How can I be the agent? I'm telling you something that you don't know. How can I be the agent? I'm telling you that amongst your ranks, this is what you have. I'm telling you that within your ranks, this is what you have. How am I the bad guy?
Over to you. Let's go inside. The second part of what we're gonna
I
do,
give
we're
you
gonna
the
do
ability
here.
to clean up.
Sir.
All right.
I give you the ability to clean up, not shut down, but clean up. I give you the ability to do that. I do the footwork for you. This is the same thing happened in the Moorish community one time. Brother Braswell Bay, a Supreme Grand Sheik in the Moorish Science Temple of America. I did all of this research where he lied about owning the original building that the Prophet Noble Drew Ali had the convention in, the first annual convention, Unity Hall. He lied about purchasing that. He lied about so many things. He was actually on a board of deacons. He was a preacher claiming to be a Moorish American Muslim Supreme Grand Sheik. And his members were so mad at me. They attacked me. They called me crazy and who gave me authority? They went crazy. A year later, they was doing the same research from my research. They took my research and they found even more stuff. They found even more stuff. And so I'm telling all of y'all that got mad at me, that's mad at me, you should take this and see if it's real or not. You should take this and see if it's real. Attacking me ain't gonna solve nothing. Attacking me ain't gonna solve nothing. But questioning this can solve a whole lot.
All right.
Questioning this can solve a whole lot. Having a round table can solve a whole lot. If you're really about freedom fighter, the last thing you should be worried about, is the Hawker Bay and Morse World TV. You need to worry about this stuff going on right here. You should be thanking me right now. You should be thanking Brother Hawker Bay and the team. That's what you should be doing. And you should question everything that's suspect around you so you can get things back on track and get those faithful freedom fighters on the front line with confidence. Because right now, confidence should be low. But that don't mean they have to stay low. You can't fight a war where the morale is down. You can't fight a war where the confidence is low. I mean, you cannot fight a war, you cannot fight oppression, you cannot fight an enemy where the confidence is low, where the morale is low. You will lose every single time. And this is bad. Bad. This is bad. Did knowingly. He had no privilege to do so, and with the purpose to defraud or knowing he was facilitating a fraud on Dana A. Dawkins, falsify, destroy, remove, conceal, alter, deface, or mutilate any writing, computer software, data, or record to writ, a property document and writing data, computer software, or record was kept or belonged to local, state, or federal governmental entity. I don't know what this was all about. I don't know what this is all about. I don't understand. Cleveland law like that. So I don't know what that means about federal governmental entity. I really don't. I can't say. But I do know Sister Dana Dawkins, if that's a sister, that she's an elderly lady, according to the report. The pugilist ass. Throw in the towel. I seen everybody saying throw in the towel, man, but the original people said throw in the towel earlier. And the thing is that Like, just leave me alone. Like I'm the one that you should ignore, for real. Like, I'm the really one that you should ignore. I mean, especially when you jump out like that. Like, I mean, come on, you don't jump out like that. Talking about you going to create a fight and all. Come on, man. Stop it. Stop it. Like, y'all can try to clean this up in the background. But in reality, there is no cleaning this up. Last but not least, the leader of the self-described black militia says members will go to Sanford next week, attempt to make a citizen's arrest on George Zimmerman, a neighborhood watch leader who admitted to fatally shooting unarmed black teen Trevor Martin. Najee Muhammad, a member of the new Black Liberation Militia, announced Thursday that members of the group plan to take 28-year-old Zimmerman to who? Federal authorities. The only reason you take somebody to federal authorities because you have a relationship with them. Now, why would we want to take Zimmerman to the federal authorities? Now, in this whole presentation, we have been talking about this brother indiscretions. We have been talking about this brother lies. And most importantly, all of this stuff with the federal authorities. I'm just saying, do that sound odd or strange to you? Do that sound odd or strange to you? Sounds very odd and strange to me that every time you turn around, you got the federal authorities somewhere in your presentation. It's pretty bad. This is pretty bad. And Malik Zulu Shabazz is taking advantage of the mentally disabled. You hear what I say? He's taking advantage of the mentally disabled. He's taking advantage of the mentally disabled, clearly. They sent him for this evaluation. On the recap tip, let me recap real quick. They sent him to this evaluation, and come to find out, Broski is definitely not working with all his marbles. And again, I'm not saying that one committing these acts, you're innocent till proven guilty. What I'm saying is that this is a truckload of crazy stuff, and that even in May of this year, he is still committing theft. He is still committing theft. And Malik endorses this. I'm going to take my brother Abu X advice, and I'm going to stop right there. I got plenty more slides. I'm going to stop right there. I think anything else would be overkill right now. And that's not the mission of this. The mission and the purpose of this is to show that there is compromise in the ranks. There is compromise in the ranks. Everybody is not wrong. Everybody is not wrong. Even AJ, who left Malik or left Big Shirley, Joy Malik, started his own thing. He did that for a reason. Still try to be united, but he did it for a reason. That's right. AJ started Pansock for a reason. Anubis was started for a reason. If everything was so smooth and so good and this, that, and the third, there wouldn't be Anubis. There wouldn't be a Pansai. There wouldn't be a Crystal Muhammad. There wouldn't be a Malik. There wouldn't be this one. There wouldn't be that one. There wouldn't be this one. Everybody would be together. But everybody knows something is wrong, but they're trying to sweep it under the rug. Now, the problem is that many come on my platform and think that I'm going to facilitate the madness. You're allowed to come on the platform and promote yourself, whether it's Babu, whether he Babu called Nick. You're able to come here and promote yourself. But the moment that I question you, I become the bad guy. But that's that European slave mentality, that when we question the slaveholder want to try to put you to a tree and tar you. But we're supposed to be of greater intelligence. You're supposed to have the answer to the question. You ain't supposed to want to tar your brother. You ain't supposed to want to whip your brother. You ain't supposed to hang your brother from a tree because they got a question. But the moment that you are questioned, you turn into the same daggone slave owner that you cry about. The same slaveholder that you cry about, you turn right into him. The moment someone questions you, how about you stand up and poke your chest out and you answer the question with clearness and power? If you ain't got nothing to hide, with clearness and power. Or better than that, just ignore it. Better than that, just ignore it. And let your words, action, and deeds speak for themselves. How about that? Ignore it, prove me wrong, or face me, poke your chest out, and answer with clearness and power. That will solve everything. But you know what you do? You turn into that slaveholder. You turn into that vicious oppressor. You turn into that vicious European. And you try to put your boot on somebody's neck. You look at me and you say things like, I try to tell you, but you ain't listening. I try to tell you, but you ain't listening. I hear everything you say. I hear everything you say. I'm trying to tell you, but you not listening. I'm trying to tell you, but you not listening. I'm trying to tell you, save yourself. Take this and save yourself. Once you save yourself, you can save your people. But if you just disregard this, as if it's some YouTube show, as if it's some presentation because I got some ego, then you will fall victim of this systematic deception. This is the systematic deception. Malik been around since the early 90s. Saying and doing the same thing. Tried to change the guard to Grandmaster J and it almost worked. Now trying to change the guard to Nick Bezel. Anybody notice that Nick Bezel come on the national scene in Tulsa? Putting together the thing in Tulsa? Then putting the thing together in Mississippi. Malik Zulu Shabazz is wearing an original Black Panthers shirt and not even wearing the new Black Panthers logo when he show up. Anybody notice that? All of these are signs and symbols for men of understanding. For men and women of understanding, all you got to do is look at the inconsistencies. Pay attention to the inconsistencies. That's all you got to do. They will tell on themselves. Look at the inconsistencies and the consistencies. One thing consistent about Malik Zulu Shabazz, he was a promoter when he brought Farrakhan to Howard University as a young man in college. He was a promoter when he brought Dr. Khaled. He was a promoter just the other day when he made that fictitious flyer. He was a promoter when he said that there's going to be 1,000 gathered in Mississippi. The gathering of the masses, the thousands gathered with guns, the thousands. He was promoting. He wasn't trying to liberate. He was promoting. Everybody should be looking at Malik sideways because he endorsed this guy. And I ask again, I send out the challenge. One clear picture. One clear picture with Najee Muhammad. One clear picture with Najee Muhammad and Dr. Khalid Muhammad. One clear picture. Can we get it? Can we get one clear picture? That would be beautiful. I'm not saying it's not true, but claiming that he's a student of Dr. Khalid Muhammad, hold on. Claiming that he's a student of Dr. Khalid Muhammad. 1 second. Get back here for 1 second. Try to find this real quick before we get out of here. Claiming that he's a student of Dr. Khalid Muhammad. Let me put the link in here real quick. Anybody that have any comments. Maybe a moon want to come in tonight. He's still my brother. I understand. See, I understand. Understanding is the rock on which man builds himself. I build myself on understanding. I get it. I be frustrated too. Like, God dang. I feel like Desert Eagle. Dang, John. God dang, John. So I'm going to put the link in there if anybody would like to come in before we get out of here. I would love to hear a few comments before we get out of here. Let me check this real quick. I want to check something real quick. I definitely am looking forward to somebody answering the great question. When was he with Dr. Khalid Muhammad? When? Anybody know? And see, this is the thing that gave me the heads up about Malik. When Malik was on my show and he was trying to sell his book, I was like, I didn't feel comfortable about it. And when I questioned him, that's when he got mad. I didn't feel comfortable about it. I really didn't. I mean, but hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. I just didn't feel comfortable about it. So let me wait and see if anybody come in real quick. Man, this is a powerful demonstration tonight. And actually, I would love to find that part in the book where Najee Muhammad, he talks about Najee Muhammad, because even in his book, he endorses Najee Muhammad. Somebody said you got a good gut, GS. Ain't nobody want to come in? Is that's it? That's it? Huh? Oh, my bad. Dang, I did that well. Press 7 if I did that well. Y'all, did y'all get the message? For all of y'all that is not in the chat because you are revolutionary and you have been turned against me, know for sure that I'm your brother and your friend. And you can reach out to me behind the scenes. It will be anonymous. I will not share our conversation with anybody. I seek us to be liberated. And I know that we are the ones that's going to do it. We're not going to do it with Europeans. Europeans may be in the midst, and they may assist in some ways that I'm really not aware of. However, Europeans are not, when you look at how Fred Hampton was moving, I don't know. I mean, the jury is out right now, but let me get Gawk and Mahonas. Are you there? Can you hear me? Brother, can you hear me? So brother came in, but he had no screen. So, you know what I mean? I don't know. You know what I mean? But when you look at, and that's one thing they feared about the Black Panthers, because the Black Panther Party was able to bring in Europeans that also was disenfranchised. They were able to get donations from Europeans that was also disenfranchised. You know what I mean? And so that's one thing that the power structure fear, is that the disenfranchised people, regardless of race, religion, or creed, come together and they are able to work together to lift this oppression off one another. That's one of the things that the oppressor fears. So, oh man, this might not be that good. This is Cryptonomics in the building. This might be my first and only comment of the night. Grip, are you there, brother? This might be my first. Yeah, Malik definitely need to go, and they need to usher Malik out.
What up, bro? What up, man?
Brother, what's going on? I just want to say this. ODB said Malik needs to go, and I agree. The members of the new Black Panther Party need to say, Malik, it's over. It's a wrap. I mean, it was good, but it's a wrap. It's over. And they need to move on and build a strong new Black Panther Party that somebody maybe can respect in the coming years. Because right now, this is not it. Go ahead, my brother. Cryptonomics in the building. Oh, man, Crypt dropped off too. So you know when Cryptonomics is in the building, he's going to come real raw. I mean, yeah. He's going to come real raw. And the thing is that people need to stop siding with these people. You know, somebody got to speak up. That's one thing. Somebody has to speak up. Somebody said, I'm about to get low. Hey, everybody, real quick, while we wait for Cryptonomics to get back in here, I think he dropped off. Probably had a bad signal. Let me put this up in here real quick. Again, make sure you share this twice on your social media. I think this is one of the greatest presentation, one of the most important. Let me put it this way. Let me see if this friend of Mo. Again, make sure you share. So, K-Moo, cut the feed off. Are you there?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is one of the. You all right, brother?
Yeah, you say cut the feed off?
Yeah, I can hear you well, but you got feedback.
Okay. How about now?
I hear you well, brother. So friend or foe, state your claim.
What you mean, man, friend or foe? No, bro.
I'm just joking, my brother.
Hey, you came with it tonight, and I appreciate that, bro. You on point. You said some things that I be true, cause.
Let me put it this way. Let me see if this friend of. K-Moo, cut the feed off. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, I think this is one of the.
Let me cut it off.
Yeah, you say cut the feed off. Yeah, I get you well, but you got feedback.
Okay. How about
K-Moo, I hear you well, brother. So, friendo, state your claim.
Friend, brother.
Hey, man. Bro. I'm just joking. I think you watching me. I think you watching me in the background, and you're gonna have to cut that off. You have to cut that off before you can.
Bro, you on point. Said some things that.
Yeah, you have to cut. You got to stop. Don't watch me on YouTube. You got me? All right, now you stop.
Cut the feed off. Are you there?
I'm working on it.
Yeah. All right, while you work on that, let me get Crip in here real quick. Crip, are you there?
What up, bro?
Oh, man, I don't know, man. Man, you know, every time I do presentations like this, it bothers me because how our people we fall hard for the okie doke.
Oh, you got that right. You got that right.
Hard for the okie doke. And you know, when you gather this information, it really doesn't paint a picture until you put it together. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes,
like,
sir.
It's like you can have a whole bunch of little pieces of the slides but once you begin to categorically put it together and you begin to build the picture, you like, whoa, this is what we doing? But I'm going to yield the floor to you. What you think, brother?
But this goes to tell you and show you, and it shows all the viewers of Moore's World TV, they haven't even done any investigation on these people that's in their organization. I mean, all the receipts that you shown tonight, I mean, this says a lot about this man's character. And I really don't like to hear grown-ass men taking advantage of elderly people, or anybody for that matter, but elderly people. No, that's a new low right there. And then, you know, he's out here talking about he's a liberation leader. Yeah. See, I'm about to say some stuff, but you know, folk like that, there's a special place for folk like that. And you know, maybe the man do got an IQ issue, but you know what? We could fix that. We could tighten that right up real quick. You know what I'm saying? He out here on Facebook acting like he all tough, like he gonna knock somebody out. Knock me out then. You know what I'm saying? When you want to start talking and messing with elderly people and frauding this and frauding that, you know, there's a lot of people that really ain't afraid of no little fake ass title you got out there. So, you know, I'm over all that, man. You know, when you showing receipts like this, it generates a new kind of fire in the people.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, like I don't understand why to be so mad at me. Like, just prove me wrong. That'll be dope. I mean,
they can't prove you wrong, man. Not on all of this. Yeah, I mean, you done went on for 2.5 hours on this, man, and still didn't even empty your clip.
Exactly. One second, Crip. We got Walk in Memphis. Are you there? Walking.
Yeah, it's G Walking.
Oh, my bad.
G Walking.
How you doing, brother?
Yeah. That's why I went back and changed the name. G Walking Memphis. Yes, sir.
I got you, brother. How you doing, brother? Welcome to the show.
All is well.
So the floor is yours, bro. What you think?
Oh shit, the floor ain't mine, bro. I'm just listening, cuz.
Nah, I'm just saying, bro. No, you see? Did you see?
Hell no, I ain't got shit to do with that. That was the whole clip, brother. Hell nah.
No, but what I'm saying, do you think that for years nobody questioned or nobody gave a hoot if someone was real, fake, legitimate, or whatever? But now at this age of social media, you can quite naturally say that I didn't build it on this, but I advanced my platform on checks and balances, for real. Not exposing, checks and balances. Because it's really a check and balance thing, because I'm giving people the opportunity to say, show me where I'm wrong at. Whether it be the Sisters of the Underground, whether it be anybody, show me exactly where I'm wrong at and I'll fix it. You know what I'm saying? Like, for instance,
I wouldn't say show me where I'm wrong at and I'll fix it. I say when it comes to checks and balances, yeah, you're right. No one's perfect. We all are striving for perfection, and perfection is an ugly route. But I think right now, where we're at in society, the age of information opens up the doors, of course, for everybody's skeletons to be right. So we got to own it, even if what you're saying, we do have to own it.
But I think let me open the floor again. But G Walking, I think the point is like, forget the skeletons. I mean, because that's not a real thing. But what it is when we claim to be conscious, when we claim to be fighting for something, and you continuing to throw bones in a closet. Now that's a whole different
different ball game. You follow what I'm saying?
Right. Well, that's why I say skeletons, because skeletons is, that's the foundation of the whole mold of the body. So that's why I was touching on that. You know what I'm saying? So even the imperfections we have to own. It's all a transformation with it. I say that. I say there should be a checks and balances. Who dictates it is what we should ask. We should ask, are there any elder interventions within that movement per se? Everyone has the right to critique. We need criticism. And
we passed elder talk. We passed elder talk, man.
Yeah,
this is way past that. But I feel what you're saying.
brother. What I meant elder talk is the elders are part of the Panther Party. The elders are part of this and that for vetting.
I think to the point, for vetting we need that. I think it's to the point now that it's intentional now. You know what I'm saying? The last time an elder stepped up and questioned the integrity and the legitimacy of the new Black Panther Party, he got beat up, stomped out, and beat with chairs.
Right.
Well, if you look at that video now, Mikasa Ricks is on stage.
Right.
Mikasa Ricks, the man of Black Power, is on that stage while Daruba is getting beat up.
Right.
So I think we need to ask Mikasa how he feels on that to see what's going on.
Yeah,
because that is Mikasa. That is the Black Panther, Black Power man on stage. That elder right there that helped build that whole thing. That is Mikasa on stage. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Well, Mikasa didn't get an order to beat Daruba's ass though either. Malik did.
No. That's not what I said. But I'm saying we have to ask, how does Mikasa feel about what happened? How did he handle that situation afterwards? Did he talk to them? What is he still around? What's going on?
Because it don't matter. It don't really matter what he gotta say. It don't matter what he gotta say. What happened. And I mean, it don't matter if you had Jesus on the stage or Allah on the stage. What happened, and Malik allowed it to happen. So that's the cut and dry of it right there.
Like the last
nothing would have went down had he not said nothing.
And the thing is, the last thing you do is call for freedom fighting and start fighting your own people because they question you. Again, remember, Daruba walked in to ask questions.
Facts.
And was stomped out. That's the last thing you do. That you never fight your people, number one. First, as long as they're not physically attacking you, you never initiate to fight your own people. For the fragile state that we in from oppression, from the institutionalized slavery, we know where our people are at. You feel what I'm saying? So when you're looking at an elder and the elder walks in to question you, and it's just him and another brother walks in to question you, and your response is to
fuck that nigga.
Yeah. Like,
see, that's why I look at it. I look at it this is, I think we're repeating the same mishaps of those 70s and 80s. Them brothers weren't perfect at all. If you do the history, you be critiquing them just like you're critiquing today. You be critiquing Daruba as well.
Hey, I look. This is what I'm saying. This is why I say that. This is why I said that. Now things have changed. You understand what I'm saying? Now things have changed. We are in this electrified age right now. Yes. And in this electrified age, you cannot sweep your mishaps under the rug. You cannot sweep your indiscretions under the rug. In the name of Black Power, spirituality or liberation, Pan-Africanism, you can't scream Pan-African 1 minute and then the next minute you're abusing your people. You can't scream Islam or Assalamu alaikum 1 minute and you're abusing your people. It don't work.
Peace be unto you, and then you give them hell. Right.
Absolutely. So all of our schools of thought, whether Pan-Africanism, whether it's Islamism, whether it's Islam, whatever it chooses to be, there comes a point where this affects us all. Somebody in this audience is either a Christian, a Muslim, Pan-Africanism, naturalist, spiritualist, Buddhist, or something. When we see a fraud in the Buddhist community amongst our people, even if you're a Buddha or not, you have the right to speak out because it affects us all. You have the right to speak out. And that's one problem that I had with Moors. Moors, before me, and many of them till this day, they feel as though this is not their problem. They feel as though that the Moors are this exclusive group that, you know, we are the Moors and they are black people. We are like their mother ain't calling herself black. You know what I mean? Like their sister don't say black power. Like their cousin don't believe in the black struggle. You know what I mean? But these Moors, they get on this internet and now they put this Moorish ideal into a box. I don't mess with none of them frauds either. I say it. I call for the truth. You know what I'm saying? I truly believe, have confidence and faith in, that the doctrine of Prophet Noble Drew Ali, called Moorish science, and the Moorish National and Divine Movement is Pan-Africanism on steroids that's been hidden.
That's the thing, Grand Sheik, is you've taken the time to go back, do the research, put the story together properly, just like you're doing right here with this. Is you're putting pieces of history back that have never either been told, revealed, shared, or anything like that. And now we got to put everything back into context. And I mean, it's just like even ancient Egypt. They had a story to tell too. They put it in stone, but the problem is it don't have a voice. So people are looking at a VHS tape without any audio. And then they like trying to interpret what people are saying. But we got the audio here. We got the voice and we got the receipts coming with it. And you're able to put everything back and trace it back and say, well, okay, who was here? Who was there? What was you doing here? What was you doing there? And, oh, we know that you was doing this. We know that you robbing somebody here. We know you frying people over here. And that puts a different history and a different story on these people who claim to be leaders, claim to be trying to speak to these youth. These people don't have no business being around no youth. They don't have no business being around anybody. And but that's what the new Black Panther Party was supposed to be about. It was supposed to be about bringing in the youth so that they could speak truth to power.
And let me say this before I bring in I want to bring my brother in real quick, but I want to just share this with y'all. You know, when I seen Malik go on his own and create this flyer and all of this stuff, and you know, and this is why, family, if you watch, we got 470 people in this chat. Family, always study history. Please study history. Like G. Walker said, you know what I mean? You know, we would be probably critiquing Darub or something like that, you know, but I mean, that's neither here nor there at this time.
Hey, yo, my apologies on that. That wasn't a whataboutism, but I was just stating the facts of if we look at history, a lot of things.
I agree with you.
You know what I'm saying? It wasn't a whataboutism.
Yeah. No, what I'm saying is that history will best qualify. You know what I'm saying? History would definitely
to reward our research. Yes, sir.
Absolutely. So before I bring Brother Camus and my brother Abu X, history would definitely qualify. And so when I seen this guy take it upon himself to make this fake flyer and build up this, man, he had Facebook on fire. Like this was real. These people that follow him was actually saying that, oh man, I can't wait. Do I have to pay for it? Do I have to get a ticket? I've never talked to anybody, but let me show you something. What that reminded me of, as I put in the video, is the murder of Bunchy Carter. If anybody not familiar with Bunchy Carter, it reminded me of the murder of Bunchy Carter with Ron Moringa working for the FBI. You have to know history, people. The story of Bunchy Carter, they were supposed to have a peace meeting. And Organization Us, the same brother that created Kwanzaa, his organization Us, was supposed to meet with Bunchy Carter now. And the agreement was nobody bring guns. Well, guess what? The FBI team, Organization Us, bought guns. They had people in the crowd flaming the situation. And when the situation got flamed, my brother Bunchy Carter and them, they did not have no weapons. And we know how that ended. You follow me? And the FBI was in the midst of it. And so when this guy, Malik Zulu Shabazz, started flaming this flame that was fictitious, it reminded me so much of the situation at Berkeley. And anybody that knows history will be able to see it as clear as day. That everybody show up, the flame get fanned, and the European get an L or a W. And most likely they will get a W because it's orchestrated from the beginning. I mean, with that being said, let me bring in my brother K Moo.
Yeah, appreciate you, brother. Hey, so I was impressed like hell, man, because when you went back to the other Malik Zulu Shabazz out of Detroit, what he used to do is knock down dope houses in Detroit. And you right, he got the money. The cops let him keep that. He done Paul it. I was with some folks, and we was gonna join up, and but there was a lot of people that didn't trust him. I didn't know no better at the time, and he started hooking. He was running that new Marcus Garvey Black Panther movement, and so he was bringing Dr. Khaled in, and was at Reverend David Murray's church over there. Now Reverend David Murray is a soft dude, man. He's a Catholic priest, young black. He wasn't young, a brother, a Catholic priest, but he was a push. He was the kind of dude you could push around, you know. And Malik, being a big dude, not the Zulu Shabazz we talking about, but the other one in Detroit, he was a big dude, you know. And so he taught college there and stuff. And you was on all that history, man. So I know you done thorough ass research, man. And I was like really impressed. And now let me tell you, when we went down to Tulsa. So I tried to talk to Malik down there then at the hotel while we were having a little thing at the hotel. And you know, he's kind of, he can be when he want to, and then he'll get loud with you and try to front you off. You know what I'm saying? So when I got back home, I was on my way home coming from Tulsa, and one of the sisters there, I'm gonna go ahead and say her name. She had got involved in some, she witnessed somebody get shot and the dude died in her arms, right? And I was kind of upset about that because they let the sister move around by herself, you know? And nobody went to help her out either. And we was on, me and my partner, we was on the road, you know. So we wasn't gonna turn around and go all the way back to Tulsa. So when I got home, I called him, right? And he wouldn't answer the phone. He kept going to his voicemail like it was doing you, and you couldn't leave no voicemail, right? And so I texted him, and he didn't really want to talk to me, you know. And he said he didn't have to talk to me, you know what I'm saying? And so guess what? 5 minutes later, Prince Muhammad called me from Mobile, man. And I had all got the word on his ass. What you just said, all shit you put together tonight, I had already got that. So, but brother, you did your job, man, and I appreciate you. And I hope we can do some things, man, to change this situation, man. I was really saddened, man, by a damn a moon, man, because a moon is a riddle. The brother, no.
I like a moon, man. I like him.
Yeah, listen, he a good dude. Now he probably didn't know in detail all this stuff that you just broke down.
Well, you know, it's the thing is this, like when we look at a brother like Nick Bezel. Nick Bezel come off as an agreeable guy, if you will. And I would imagine if you work around a brother like that who maybe have military experience and comes off as having military qualities about him, I think people would be drawn to that if you're a military guy. You know, in military, they learn the camaraderie spirit. You know what I mean? However, even that should be vetted too. No one should be scared to be vetted. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can vet me. I don't care. You know what I mean? But you gonna find out I was a thug. So what? You know what I mean? Like, you can vet me. Like, we shouldn't get beside ourselves because in this social media age, vetting is going on. And most importantly, they came to my show. I didn't call them.
All right.
The brother came to my show by the way of Babu. And I just thought it was rather odd how vague the brother. Listen, if I say, so brother, where brother, where you from? I'm from I live in Texas by the way of Chicago. And I'm saying to myself, I've been going to Chicago forever because that's the Moorish Mecca. You know what I'm saying? We go there every year for our convention. Well, I never heard of Bill Bezel.
Hey, check this out now.
Why am I the bad guy because I never heard of Bezel?
Hey, you ain't the bad guy, but as a matter of fact, you the good guy tonight. Because you've exposed a lot of history, man. But I talk to Babu sometimes on the phone. I like Babu, and I told Babu a long time ago. He knows how I feel about Malik. I told Babu about Malik maybe about a year or two ago. And every time I call Babu, he always pick up the phone. You know what I'm saying? And so when he called to yesterday, I think it was, he called Rico Dukes. He called him a bastard child, you know. And I
seen that, man.
Yeah, man. And I look, and I was really, man, it breaks my heart, man, to see this type of shit going on, man, because Babu is better than that, and I know he better than that, and he know he better than that, and he'd be upset with me.
I don't understand how Babu has one of the most respectable units, and all of a sudden now he's getting to the emotional part. And if you watch him, brother, you know, I've never said nothing bad about Babu.
I know.
Babu has always cussed me out on the side. Up to Akabe, because you're talking about my comrades. I'm not gossiping. I'm showing you receipts of what I see. Look at the receipts. And if you think I'm being petty, you got my number, Babu.
Brother, let me tell you something that just happened. Last night, one of the Panthers called me and told me, and I'm going to say this, man, I don't give a damn, because anybody want to come after me, they going to come. It is what it is. Listen, one of the Panthers called me last night, man, and told me that Malik's ass is on the federal payroll. And
I agree.
Okay.
I agree. And this is what I'm saying. This is how he's
Damn.
able to move the way that he's able to move for so long. This is why those who follow Malik, I guarantee you they've never been to his house. I guarantee you they never know where he come from when he show up. I guarantee you they never know where he go when he disappear. I guarantee you. It's probably a small 1 or 2 or 3 people that really know the intricacies about a Malik, because that's how they move. You know what I'm saying? Like even his whole name, Malik Zulu Shabazz, like that has nothing. He has never been a member of the Nation of Islam. He got this assumed idea that he tells people that his grandfather was in the Nation of Islam. He never say what mosque. He never say what leader. He never. It's all ambiguous. His whole history is ambiguous. The only thing that we know for sure is that he was in Howard University, and he bought Dr. Khalid, and he bought Farrakhan, and that's how he got in the game. And he was a rapper on some conscious tip in the early 90s.
Hey,
that's all.
The dude, he messy as hell, man. He cliquish as hell, and that's why the Panthers all fucked up like they are now, because Malik cliquish ass, you know, he messy, man. And they can't. I don't understand why these brothers. I know these brothers are. I don't even see. They don't see this shit with this dude, man.
I mean, sometimes people want to be hopeful, but you got to remember. Before I bring my brother Abu X, and you got to remember that in the 90s, Malik stayed in front of the camera. He stayed in front of CNN. He stayed in front of Bill O'Reilly. He stayed in front of. That's a
telltale sign. That's a telltale sign.
And so, but you know, to people with fame ambitions, they look at that as an accomplishment. That wow, he's on Fox News. Wow, he's on MSNBC. Wow, he was on Geraldo. They look at that as an accomplishment. But when it comes to freedom fighting, that's not an accomplishment. Not for what you say out your mouth. You know what I'm saying?
Controlled opposition.
Not for what you say out your mouth. Let me get Abu X in here. I'm gonna get out of here in a second. But K-Moo, I appreciate you for calling in. I guess you be on the sidelines, man, and you just chill in the background. And for everyone who's like K-Moo, that chill in the background and support the channel and have your energy flowing, so I can thrive off your energy. I appreciate you so much. Your energy, positive energy, it cannot be confined through space and time, nor can it be confined into a space. So there you go. When you are encouraging, if you're watching and you're intently watching and you're like, man, this need to be done, that energy is felt throughout the universe with those who seek resolution. This European cannot win if our energies stay high, stay motivated, stay focused on the goal. And if we got to expose those that look like us to get to those who don't look like us, because we'll build the cohesiveness, then we got to do what need to be done. This is a fight. This is a fight that our energies will ultimately win. It'll start with the power of our energy, the power of the mind. The weapon is the last thing. If the mind is really in a divine space, our weapons is all around us. Our weapons is all around us. People look at the story of Sodom and Gomorrah when it say that the Lord God made it rain, hail, and brimstone. The Lord God was you. Your mind got fed up. The positive gods, the positive netchers got fed up. And they was able to use the universe to respond to this madness. I'm telling you, man, I know I don't want to get spooky because some people think that's spooky talk, but I'm telling you, the power of the unified mind on a higher vibration.
That's right. That's right.
The power of the unified mind can use an asteroid as a missile.
I'll say.
It is what it is. We've done it before, and we can do it again. Separation starts in the mind. I got that song that the vision starts in the mind. The division starts in the mind. Let's get our mind right. Only thing we need to divide ourselves from is we live in the truth and divide ourselves from falsehood. And we'll be good. Let me get my brother Abu X in real quick. Abu, are you there, brother? Abu X, you hear me in my song? Abu X. I don't know if he can get in. But anything you want to say in closing, brother K-Moo?
Man, I just appreciate you, and I look forward to us getting together on some real serious brother Ramzu, man, because he is the real deal. If you done checked him out, you should know.
Yeah, brother. And we're gonna get on that real soon. And I would like to sit down and have a conversation with him because I actually somebody else pointed the brother in my direction maybe last year. I don't know.
To send you a package. I think she sent it in Instagram or something like that, a press package or something like that. But nevertheless, we'll get you.
That's it. That's it. There we go. So appreciate you, brother. Let me get my brother Abu. Abu X, we got one.
Peace. Can you see me? Can you see me?
Yeah, I can see you. I can hear you.
Okay, great. So I'll be brutally honest.
Did you hear your name in my song though?
Yes, King.
My bad, bro. I just threw you out there.
Listen, you already know my disposition, but the reality is that I'm here, and as the original people know that my trials, and my tribulations that I'm going through. He's been an inspiration of to keep me positive and keeping me grounded, from a virtual perspective. But I seen it. And I heard the track. It was amazing. So yes, it was amazing. But I want to say to the people, and I want to say to you first and foremost, and Crip, man, I love you, man. I love you, Crip.
Respect, bro.
Yeah. Much respect to you. I see you. All the brothers and sisters in the mods. I see y'all and I respect y'all. You know what I mean? Just know that I love y'all. We all we got.
Exactly, bro. And love is the savior of the world, man. I'm telling you, man, that real love, man, can resonate through time and space, and we can get some work done.
Yeah.
And keep your spirits high, as we say. Keep your energy high, keep the vibration high. And one thing never allow people to do, never allow anybody, I'm telling you, get you to act from your passions. Never act from your passions. Passions is the destroyer of man when uncontrolled. When uncontrolled, you know what I mean? Like, I could easily let ego take me over the cliff. Oh, you a sucker. You don't want to fight. Oh, you scared. Okay, yeah, I'm scared. Yeah. Like, what, I'm a child on the playground? Yeah, okay. With that being said, Crypt, anything you want to say to close us out?
Man, all I want to say is, I mean, what you just said a few minutes ago about the mind is real. And that's what I was saying a few minutes ago is, you know, when you start telling these stories and revealing these facts and hearing some of these crimes upon humanity and things like that, like when you telling the story about him doing that with the elderly woman, I'm picturing my grandmother. I'm picturing somebody else's grandmother getting, you know, used by this guy. And that puts a strength in your mind, right? That just fuels the power of the people, at least within me, when I hear stuff like that. So when people want to raise up, that just made me want to raise up tenfold. It's like, you know, that's going to be a power that you can never defeat when people feel like they're on the right side of the coin. That and you fighting something like that, we're on the right side of the coin. You're never gonna lose then, because in your mind you know what you're doing, and it's coming from the heart, and it's coming from a good place. And to hear this guy have this type of dirt, yeah, I understand. You know, we all got histories, but you know what? This is the wrong history to have, and you out here marching, claiming to be something that's for the
Hey, look,
people, and you're
and let me
using the
jump. Let me jump in. Let me jump in
yeah.
real quick. Cryptonomics. I want to beg you back on that. I know you got to go, brother Babe. But let me say
Well,
something.
we're gonna have a panel tomorrow too. I want to follow up on this tomorrow, and anybody can join our panel tomorrow, so we can try to find some resolution, because we can talk about the problem all day. If we ain't coming with no resolution, then what's the point? And the resolution is this: that those true freedom fighters need to behind the scenes organize. I know I'm organizing with some brothers and sisters as we speak. You know, nothing on the internet. We're organizing behind the scenes amidst of all these goofy threats and all of that. You know what I mean? And we have the amazing researchers. And I'm not researching by myself. And I will say that. I started researching by myself, but we have amazing researching team. And so I said in my song, can't nobody hide. You can talk slick all you want, but can't nobody hide.
No, they can't.
But we are for love, truth, peace, and freedom. And when these principles are violated, then justice take its course. I'm not going to violate yours. Don't violate mine. That's right.
And I'm glad you pointed that out too, Grand Sheik, about, you know, how you came into yours and your whole life went for what's right. But you contrasted that with them when they trying to say they're leaders and trying to do right for the people, but they're doing all this dirt behind the scenes at the same time. That's just not who we are as a people.
No.
You know, if you're gonna come before the people, you better have some clean hands, or at least say, hey, this was me in the past, but this is me now, and I'm coming before you like this now.
Hold yourself accountable. Hold yourself accountable. Stop playing.
Or at least washing your hands in the process.
That's it.
At least walking to the people with some sanitizer on your hand.
That's what I'm saying.
We ain't playing no games with y'all fools no more. We ain't playing no games with you fools no more.
So that's what it is. Anything you want to add and close it, brother Moo?
Man, I'm glad you didn't go meet with them fools, man. I told you they begged me not to go to Mississippi, man. One of the brothers that had got set up and went to jail, he begged me, man. I swear to God, he begged me, man. He said, please, brother K-Moo, don't go to Mississippi, because They sent that brother to jail, and they didn't. And then after he went to jail, they shitted on him and talked about him. They tried to destroy his character and stuff. You
And
know,
I got people right now. I got people right now want to be interviewed about Mississippi, about the poop show of sitting around drinking and et cetera, et cetera. Man, it's a terrible poop show after the camera shut off.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Wow.
Listen, man.
I'm gonna look forward to that.
When you got a group of weirdos hanging around, that's what they're going to do. You know what I'm saying? That's all it is. You know what I mean? We're going to face truth. We're going to face truth one day.
That's right. And truth tonight was much better than any type of scam, MMA, Malik Zulu Shabazz fight. You already sent the KO, bro. You already sent the KO.
And I want to say this before I walk out the door. For all my Black Power brothers and sisters, all my Pan-African brothers and sisters, all my Moorish Hebrew, whatever you choose to call yourself, this is about us all. This is not no Moorish brother against Pan-Africanism, against Black Power. This is not that. See, the difference between me and a lot of those Moors before me is that I understand that on the continent of Africa and indigenous Americas, there were multicultural tribes.
Yes, King.
And we did not go against each other in savagery until we was introduced to the original savage.
Yes, King. Speak.
We did not do that. We may have had war, but we had differences with some form of limitations and integrity. You understand what I'm saying? And so I'm not going against any of my brothers and sisters for anything that they believe. I'm going against the devil. I'm going against the lower self. I'm going against those who perpetuate this thing that keeps us divided and keeps us disillusioned. That dis and misinformation. So I want everybody to know I'm for you, and I hope that you're for me. Thank y'all for spending time with me tonight. I'm up out of here. Thanks, Abu X. Thanks, my brother Moo and my brother Crip. You already know. Let's go.
Peace.
Tonight on Moorish World TV, this is going to be an event like never before. Trust me when I tell you. First of all, let's address the concept that it's supposed to be this fight match, boxing match, MMA type match. Number one, I never talked to, I never confirmed, I never had one conversation to establish a date, a place, or anything concerning a match. What I did say, and everybody who's watching know I said this. I said, call me privately.
You gotta talk.
Brother, you can have my number anytime. Let me explain something to you. Prince Najee, this will be the deal. I'll bring my squad, he'll bring his squad. We'll go into a room, we'll shut the door, and whoever walk out, walk out.
That sounds good to me.
That's the only deal I would do.
It's called catching fades. Sound good to me.
Yeah, that's the only deal I would do. And I'm not going to do this with 150 people because I got work to do. But since Prince Najee, he will be the representative. So don't give me no more offers. He will be the representative.
That sounds good.
He bring his people, I bring my people. We go into a door, we shut the door, and whoever walk out, walk out. It don't have to be on social media. No social media, no cameras, no nothing. Whoever walk out, walk out. It don't have to be on social media. No social media, no cameras, no nothing. Whoever walk out, walk out. It don't have to be on social media. No social media, no cameras, no nothing. Whoever walk out, walk out. It don't have to be on social media. No social media, no cameras, no nothing. Whoever walk out, walk out. Although Malik Zulu Shabazz didn't answer the phone when I called him live, as soon as the show was over, this is what he posted. I said no social media. I said, you get your people, I get my people. We meet, go into a room, and whoever walk out, walk out. Immediately after that, this provocateur agent goes and posts that there is a fight between me and the guy, Najee. A flat out lie. This goes to show that this guy is a trained provocateur, because everything about the post had nothing to do with me, and it was very strategically worded. The next day, he puts out a flyer. This fake flyer was prepared better than some of the real events that the new Black Panther Party have hosted. To reel people in, to draw people in to this fictitious fight. Again, I said, call me privately. Playing, man. Stop playing. I don't believe like them old boys that we're gonna just have intellectual conversation. If you want to get dirty, we can get dirty. But don't set me up. But don't set me up. But don't set me up. Like Big Shirley them trying to do with the YouTube. Don't set me up. Because if you want to get dirty, we can get dirty. You got my number. In fact, let's do it here. You want to be fresh for YouTube? You want to be fresh for YouTube? Let's do fresh for YouTube. That's what you want to do. That's what you want to do. You like to play the camera. Let's do fresh for YouTube. Let's do fresh for YouTube. Here we go. Let's do fresh for YouTube. Let's play the YouTube game. Let's play the YouTube game. You want to play the YouTube game? Here we go.
Greetings. You have reached Mr. Malik Shabazz. At the sound of the tone, please leave a message and I shall follow up with you promptly. Thank you.
Let me explain.
The mailbox is full and cannot accept any messages at this time. Goodbye.
Well, since you watch it anyway, let me explain something to you. You can meet me anytime, anywhere, whenever you get ready. Just hit my line. Don't post and ask me. Don't send me a message on Messenger. Just don't post and ask me. Don't send me a message on Messenger. Don't post and ask me. Don't send me a message on Messenger. Hit my line. That's all you got to do. That's all you got to do. Just hit my line. That's all you got to do. How you going to be an attorney, but the phone goes straight? I said call me privately because I know that you want to show. You want to just have a social media show. You really don't want to fight. If I would accept this circus of a fight, you would find a way to back out. But I would not accept the circus of a fight. I'm a grand sheikh and a Muslim. I'm an intelligent God, not a fool. We've seen this all before. We've seen this all before when the organization US, orchestrated by the FBI, was supposed to meet the original Black Panthers. And the agreement was to bring no guns, and the organized US group bought the guns, and that's how Bunchy got killed. See, we see you devils from yesterday, and you won't be able to do that today. You run a social media campaign to influence, and so we will also run a social media campaign to awaken our people to go against this mess. All the true revolutionaries around you should be turning in towards you and asking you, what in the world is wrong with you?
All the true revolutionaries that are of greater intelligence should question you every step of the way. Because this last stunt proves exactly what I've been saying. We about to get busy on this show tonight. Take time, get yourself some popcorn, get all your refreshments, because this is going to be 3 hours of hard hitting, exposing these frauds. Brother Najee, you did it to yourself. Yeah, I'm the manifest. Check 1, 2. Sean, we got one. We got one. Yeah. Crypto, we got one. Yeah. Maymuna, we got one. Candy, we got one. Abu-X. I'm the manifest of God. The manifest of God. Hit me privately, let's see who really hard. I'm the manifest of God. Ain't worried about you fraud. Gone. Hit me privately, let's see who really hard. I'm the manifest of God. The manifest of God. Let's see who really hard. Ain't worried about you frauds. I'm the manifest of God. The manifest of God. Ain't worried about you frauds. Hit me privately, let's see who really hard. Ain't worried about you frauds. Boy, I'm a gorilla, Viet Cong, guerrilla warfare. Don't make me turn killer. You acting like my knife don't shank, my gun don't bust. Hit me quietly, we can do the fist to cup. Show up, I'm really about that stick life, but I'm trying to keep it peace to bring my people to the light. You all washed up beer belly has-beens be tripping. Internet disrespect, making threats, you slipping. Now you said it how you think I'm gonna respond. With a song in a live stream, homie, you wrong. You done showed that John too many times and ain't used it. And I ain't really sure who you got me confused with. I'm the manifest of God, the manifest of God. Ain't worried about you frauds, let's see who really hard. I'm the manifest of God, ain't worried about your frauds. Holla at me privately, come on, let's see who really hard. I'm the manifest of God, the manifest of God. Hit me privately, let's see who really hard. I'm the manifest of God, the manifest of God. Hit me privately, let's see who really hard. I'm the manifest.
You know this game will not be a reality to you if man did not calculate it or evaluate it or write it down. It wouldn't mean nothing to you.
So special.
It wouldn't mean nothing to you. The power of the mind is God mind. Connected to the force. The universal force is nature, the creator. You must be in balance with the universal force. This is the only way this works.
The manifest of God, the manifest of God. Hit me privately, let's see who really hard. I'm the manifest of God, ain't worried about you fraud. Gone, hit me privately, let's see who really hard. I'm the manifest of God, the manifest of God. Let's see who really hard. Ain't worried about you frauds. I'm the manifest of God, the manifest of God. Ain't worried about you frauds. Hit me privately, let's see who really hard. Ain't worried about you frauds. Boy, I'm a gorilla, Viet Cong, guerrilla warfare. Don't make me turn killer. You acting like my knife don't shank, my gun don't bust. Hit me quietly, we can do the fist to cup. Show up, I'm really about that stick life, but I'm trying to keep it peace to bring my people to the light. You all washed up beer belly has-beens be tripping. Internet disrespect, making threats, you slipping. Now you said it how you think I'm gonna respond. With a song in a live stream, homie, you wrong. You done showed that John too many times and ain't used it. And I ain't really sure who you got me confused with. I'm the manifest of God, the manifest of God. Ain't worried about you frauds, let's see who really hard. I'm the manifest of God, ain't worried about your frauds. Holla at me privately, come on, let's see who really hard. I'm the manifest of God, the manifest of God. Hit me privately, let's see who really hard. I'm the manifest of God, the manifest of God. Hit me privately, let's see who really hard. I'm the manifest. See y'all running y'all mouth. See y'all got children too. See y'all got family too. See y'all got wives too. See can't nobody hide. See ain't nobody safe. I'm the greatest researcher on this YouTube thing. Don't think you're gonna talk slick to me and that's gonna be the end of it. So keep on talking slick. I'm gonna give you one more pass. And after that pass, I'm on your praise the Lord.